Hello guys. So guys, as you come in, keep tapping and sharing the video, guys. So guys, this video is about this famous Imam in Gambia that is called Imam Fati, and he's promoting FGM and underage marriage in Gambia. Even though the government have banned it, he's promoting it for it to come back to Gambia to be normalized, for the bar to be removed. Thank you so much, guys. So guys, and his reason for people to marry off their children as young as 13 or even younger, because if anyone can tell you that you can marry your daughter at 13 or there will be no peace until people get married at 13, then he mean even younger than 13 is good. We all know this, yeah? But he said that there will be no peace until people, normalize marrying people, before 13, at the age of 13. And also there will be no peace until people normalize FGM, okay? So guys, his excuse is that this is a culture and this is the deen, but he doesn't normally use culture. He used deen. He said it's Quran. People like him make people not respect Muslims, think every Muslim is a pedo and that they hate children and women. Keep tapping and sharing. Thank you very much. So he said that the Quran purport age to get married is you have to get married before the age of 18. He said 18 is too old and it's a Western thing. Okay, and then when you tell him this is called sexual abuse, he will say that people in the West, they have sex from a young age. Which means people in the West, they do sexual abuse and we have to do it. But then, he will also talk like the people in the West are bad and that them they are good. And then he sometimes say that they're bad, so we're allowed to be bad. They're just going to say anything, to make sure that they continue their practice. So guys, I was underage arranged marriage before the age of 10. Okay, I live in Scotland, but I am from the Gambia. My name is Ami Job, and I am Gambian Senegalese because my dad is Senegalese and my mom is Gambian. My mom was underage arranged marriage. I was underage arranged marriage. My 3 sisters underage arranged marriage. Okay, everyone. A lot of people are underage arranged marriage until now in Gambia and Senegal and across Africa, especially, or just third world countries in general, especially third world poor Muslim countries. Okay, keep tapping and sharing, guys. Why? Because us the Muslim women are the weakest women in the world. A lot of us. Okay, we can have energy to shout on the children, beat them because we are depressed. We can have energy to gossip, have energy to talk to men, especially married men that can never focus on their wives. Have energy for buying clothes that you cannot afford. Have energy to go to party dancing when you shouldn't be there because you don't like the person or you just going there to show off. Have energy for everything else apart from energy for what we need to talk about, so we can have peace and have a trauma-free society, so our children can focus and be developed, and Africa can be developed, so we can stay in our country. People don't want us in their land. We're coming here with our trauma, disturbing us, and that's the truth. Disturbing them, and that's the truth. And we have to learn to tell the truth, especially that tiny Gambia. There is only 2 million people, and Gambia is very nice and wonderful. All we need to do is to tell the truth, stop this type of trauma, to develop Gambia to be a good, successful nation without the children growing up and serious beating happening, essay happening, either you marrying or not, lack of school education happening. These are the main 3 that why Africa can never develop, especially the tiny Gambia. Essay rampant, serious beating the children rampant, school education lacking. These ones. Okay, now, and I'm fighting for these things to end. Okay, and this man is like the opposite of what I'm fighting for. So he said that when we're talking like this, the West is paying us. Guys, do you think the West will just pay you for putting your video on to talk the truth for your country, to have peace and freedom and success life? They'll pay you for that. I wish, because I'm doing video for 7 years. Honestly, the only pay that I got is the Gambians making video for me, insulting me, even Senegalese, because I talk to them too. Especially essays and stuff. When there's a current affair about Senegal, I don't care. They get angry. I talk about it like this. Okay? They get angry at me all the time when there's a current affair that involves protecting children and women. I go at it. I don't care who get angry or not. All I get is the whole internet knows how much they insult me and bully me. Just say Ami Olaf. The whole internet know me, Gambia and Senegal internet. They always bully me, call me name. Men will make video for me and tell me your vagina is expired because you were married so young. Kek. And I was married of before 10 years old to a man as old as this. And then now this man is recently going on the street campaigning for people to get married at 13. So other people can bully those people and tell them you have an expired vagina because you were married young. Exactly. This is how sickening these people are. They love young people, but because they hate women. So when they abuse you, they're your enemy. These women behind them, they're not well. They know physically that these men are their enemy, this type of men. It's not like they want you because you are young and beautiful, or you are a woman who don't talk like Ami. No, it's just they want you because you are surfing their sickening behavior. You're going to be there crying when they're cheating, lying. Most likely 9 or 8 out of 10 when they marry you. 8 out of 10% when they marry you, they're cheating, lying, and marrying somebody else, neglecting your entire generation. Okay, because they're addicted to young people. So when they marry you 5 years later, you're too old. 10 years later, oh, that's even worse, you're too old. 80% of them, okay, 80% of them when they marry you 10 years later, you cry. I swear to Allah, 10 years is too long. Even 5 years is even long. Keep tapping and sharing. Why? Because they're addicted to new person, especially a young person. They love virgin so much, and when they have the virgin, they treat her like a piece of shit. Even when they're disvirgining her, they don't disvirgin her with a nice, kind way. They just, and she's crying, and then they like that cry and pain, and so the woman can be afraid of them, so the woman can respect them. So then after that, after 1 year, 2 years, they're like looking for another virgin again. These women, they know this. A lot of them, they marry them as virgin, because when they FGM them, they also take that blood that coming out, they mix it with something and put it on the hole to close the hole. So it's called closing. Thick, fat. The hole have to close, even her period to come out is a problem. Until whenever she get married, some of them manage to get it out though, because some of them manage to be getting pregnant or just not virgin. I don't know how they did it, but some of them, most of them, you have to get married and then you go to these old people that will close it the traditional way. Sometimes they just use their finger or use some effing something crook to break it, and then they're gonna tell you the man have to then do the thing now before it can close. Look at that pain, and these women are screaming and just suffering, and they're like, oh, shut up, you're a woman. Woman have to learn how to take pain. A woman that don't like pain. What type of woman are you? Woman have to take pain. Shut up. They have no love for women, and even for them, when you want to get married, or just when they're talking about marriage in general, they're like, a marriage is not easy. A woman that don't know how to be a pain of marriage can never be married. They said me, I don't know how to be a pain of marriage, and that I'll never stay in a marriage. Okay, and it's not like I don't know how to take a pain in that marriage pain. It's I will never take a marriage pain. I don't want a marriage pain. Why will I take a marriage pain like a stupid idiot? Then let me go and find a break now and give myself pain. Why do you think I'm here, trying to stay away from addiction or like drug, alcohol, or stupid stuff, or do criminal act and stuff, or trying to drink water to be healthy, like protecting myself. But then I'm going to see a marriage pain and I'm like, yeah, give me the pain. I like it. I'm a woman. I'm good. That's stupidity and slave mindset and just insane and hate yourself and neglecting yourself to death. That's what it's called. It's not called good woman. But they say that's a good woman. They say the woman that is going to stay in the marriage and taking the pain, that woman is very good and she's going to heaven and she's just so good. She doesn't say anything. She's not like me. She's just going to stay there and cry and wait for Allah to help her. She's good. They manage to have this woman to think like this. Guys, a lot of women think like this. Honestly, they love this kind of thing. A lot of women are angry at me for fighting this. A lot of women are behind this man. Not long ago when he was on the street protesting for this to continue, the women were behind him with their hijab. Billahi wallahi tallahi. In Gambia. Saying that people should get married young and FGM should continue. They're on the street screaming for that, guys. Can you believe that? Keep tapping and sharing. Learn how to love. Who learn how to love? You mean them or me? Them, they need to learn how to love, of course. Keep tapping and sharing. So, guys, I'm going to take you guys again, but you have to keep tapping and sharing. So, guys, anyone that is reporting this work, he said that anyone that is doing this type of work, he's going to pray for Allah to punish you, for you to have something bad happen because you're fighting for this to end. Me too. Anyone that is promoting this, I pray for my karma, my mother karma, my sister's karma, your own mother, father, and other children karma hunt you. The karma of the pain. Because when the FGM, the girl, it's not like the man, you just take off the skin. The girl, you take off the body. And he said that they have to FGM the girl because some of them, they're going to have a clitoris that is so long that is touching the trouser. So, and that's not comfortable. They have to FGM it. Why can't then every Gambian man that have a manhood that is not a proper African manhood to be... The woman one is too long. You think it's going to be too long when you don't cut it now when she's a child. She's going to grow up and have a long one. Keep tapping and sharing. So now you're going to cut it because if not, she's going to grow and it's going to be too long. She cannot wear trousers. This man say all of this, by the way, this Imam. Keep tapping and sharing. Me too, I'm saying, why can't any Gambian man, especially a man that come from a woman that is culture that normalized, woman, FGM. Why can't any man that come from that culture and their manhood is like this? Why can't they? Because I hate that. I hate the African man with a African man with a tiny manhood. Those two don't even match. African man, tiny manhood. Those two don't even match. Those two, they don't match. African man with a tiny manhood. So any Gambian man that have a tiny manhood and they come from this type of culture that normalize women to be cut because they think it's going to be too long and uncomfortable until they cannot wear jeans. That's what this man is saying. By the way, this Imam saying this, okay? So don't say that I'm rude, okay? He said that if people are not cut, most likely, he even explained stories about people that their thing was so long that they have to cut it so they can wear jeans. So it's comfortable. Keep tapping and sharing. He said that if you don't cut it, it's going to be too long that the person cannot wear jeans. Me too, I'm saying any Gambian man that come from this culture and their manhood is like this, because that's useless. I hate an African man with a... That's the worst, African man, and those two, they don't go. The two don't go. African man, and those two just don't match, yeah? Okay. So why can't any Gambian man, especially man that come from this tribe, just men in general in Africa, cross all these countries, the FGM women, if they have a man, why can't the man too? Because the woman, you're not cutting the skin like you're doing to you. You're taking the body. So why can't you two? Because you two, you're useless. Nobody do have nothing to do. Nobody want this. Nobody want this. I hate it. I rather die than having sex with this. So why can't you two, So we can all cut. Okay, keep tapping and sharing, guys. I'll take you guys. So guys, this man said that if a doctor tell him that when people are not FGM, they're going to cry when they give birth because their vagina never experience pain. So you have to give them the pain now. So when they give him birth, they don't cry. Have you ever heard of that? Yes, this man say all of this. This man also said that when people are not FGM, their vagina going to smell bad and it's going to drip some disgusting water and just smell bad and ugly. One of the man that is working with him, they're also promoting this. He made his video, either video or audio come out not long ago. I listened to it this morning. So what he was saying is that people saying that you don't have to cut this because it gives the woman pleasure and you have to put your mouth there. Who is going to put their mouth on that ugly, disgusting thing? That's what he said. That particular man, he made a video for me 2 years ago or last year when we were having a war about this again. Last year again, this man and the community, we were warring. It's about last year or 2 years ago now. We were warring because he was also saying that by force people have to do this. I'm going to take you guys. So this new person that was talking says that, that the thing is going to... That ugly, disgusting thing. That's how he said it.
Wow.
Yes, that's how he said it. Hello, this man, this boy. Yeah, keep tapping and sharing, guys. Hello, this boy.
We can't hear you. We
We
can't
can't
hear
hear
you.
you.
How are you doing?
We are
I'm
okay.
fine, thank
Yourself?
you.
You okay?
Yeah.
Please, I want to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Why you put our ustas in your bag? What is the tea?
Your speaker is bad again. We can't hear you.
It's because the Ustaz said that people have to get married young and people have to be FGM.
So what do you think about that? Do you think he's saying bad thing or not?
Yeah, he's saying bad thing. Of course, that's what I'm saying. That's
Wow.
abuse.
For your thinking.
For your thinking. So to you, to marry a 13-year-old is not abuse.
You say I was sitting and listening all your talks. I hear everything you say. Why
Thank you.
I'm talking to you personal. You are saying something that you don't even know. Nothing about it.
I don't know about nothing about what.
No, you don't know nothing about it. What you are saying, you don't know nothing about it.
About what?
That I don't know nothing about underage marriage or FGM or just I don't know nothing about sleeping with 13-year-old as a wife is an abuse, and I don't know nothing about cutting the child private part, call it FGM is an abuse. I don't know nothing about that.
You don't know nothing about it.
Okay, no problem.
And what is the reason you are addressing our ustas? What is the reason you are
I
against him?
already told you, because he's promoting child abuse and pedophilia behavior.
You know one thing? You say you are from Gambia, right?
Of course.
And you know Gambia is a Islamic country.
Gambia is
Okay.
not Islamic State.
Ah,
Gambia
for
is
your
not
thinking.
Islamic State country like they do in Islamic law. What are you talking about?
We are not doing Islamic law, but the majority carry the vote.
What are you talking about? What do you think? What age do you think is appropriate for people to get married, girls?
As a girl, if you mature, it's no need age there. In
Wow.
our Islam, it's no need age there. If you, as far as you are mature,
So
you're
is an
supposed to get
8-year-old,
married.
so can an 8-year-old get married if they're mature enough?
There is there is no age.
Wow. Wow. So
So you say this Imam is saying about 13 years. So 13 years right now, 13 years. How many 13 years are mature in
none
Gambia?
of them are mature. No 13-year-old
Sis,
is
sis, just
mature.
wait. Sis, just wait. Listen to him. Listen to him. Just listen to him, please.
How many 13
Keep
years
talking.
are dating in Gambia? Uh, why they don't stop dating on the dating? So they will stop on the marriage, child marriage. Why? I mean, you don't know what we are doing. We are so useless and we are so rude. Honestly speaking, remove our ustaz your back. This is not something good. You are so rude and arrogant, stupid. You are telling us you from Gambia.
La ilaha illallah wa rasulullah.
Stop confusing our sisters. Stop confusing our sisters. What you are saying. So, in fact, you, why you don't come and do your program on our local language? Because you are doing in English, you will have a lot of people who will support you like this because they don't know what is Islam say about this. They don't know nothing like you. So they will gonna support you. That's why you are doing it in English. Why you don't keep doing in our local language? That is what I have to tell you. Remove this. This thing, what you are doing right now, is very bad. It's very bad, and you are talking nonsense. Anything you talk about here is all nonsense. You don't say any truth here. All is lie. You are very rude, honestly speaking. What is Imam Fadi say is right. Imam Fadi is not say something bad here. What is Imam Fadi say is right. And Imam Fadi is fighting right. Imam Fadi is fighting right also. What he say, Imam Fadi say is right, and that is truth. So how you will come him back here and say what is Imam Fadi say is not a right? How do you know in Islam? What do you know in Islam? You don't know nothing about in Islam. So don't come here and against our Islam. It's not good. And you will say you are a Muslim because I see your name is Amijuf. Amijub. You are a Muslim. Huh? You are a Muslim. So you don't know something to say because only this you have to say to confess our sisters. Stop what you are doing. What you are doing is nonsense. If you want, you can remove me. But what you are doing is nonsense. Stupid.
You
Remove our
finished.
ustaz. Your
You finished talking. What about the FGM? What do you think about the FGM?
Everything what Imam Fati said, all is right, is truth.
Wow.
Okay. No problem. Thank you.
You
Thank
don't
you.
know, you don't know how to talk. You don't know how to talk. That's why you are talking nonsense, unnecessary thing. You are complaining here. Stop what
Unnecessary.
we are doing.
Okay. No problem. Thank you.
Thank you to nonsense girl.
No.
He said unnecessary things. So FGM, underage marriage to young girls. SA is unnecessary things. This is the world we are living in, and these are the type of people we have to fight against. And when these type of people exist, it makes it hard. But we shall prevail. But it's lovely to hear what they think, though. Hi, what's on game? Welcome.
Hello.
Oh, he's got a call. Oh.
Hello.
Sister,
Yes.
Nagam.
Yeah, mother. You have to speak English.
I'm not going to speak.
I think you're saying you're not going to speak English. Well, this page is for English only, so you have to go then if you cannot speak English. Okay, let's see this next person. Keep tapping and sharing, guys. Insane. I told you they have their group of soldiers. And the sad part is they train the young people to be like them.
Which is even sadder.
And they said we have to be quiet. Keep tapping
Imagine.
and sharing, guys. Okay, hello, this person, Javi.
Good evening.
Evening.
Hello.
But I mean, here is public. I cannot speak English. We can speak our local language,
No, we
So I
have to
want,
speak English. This page is for English only.
You
yeah,
sound
yeah,
good speaking
but
English, though.
listen to me. But you don't right here to speak only English, because here is your platform, You know what I mean?
This page is only for English. It's not my
No,
work page.
no, 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 no. Listen to me. Because I respect you before. I respect you more. But we have to speak our local language, It's better, because here is public.
Yeah, so you don't want the public to know who you are.
No, 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 no. I don't. I don't. I
The
don't. I don't. I know.
whole
I know.
world
I know.
will know who you guys are. I'll never ever make local videos again. Ever
No, no,
again.
no. Please. I used to support you, but please, I will start. Just leave it, please. I beg you, please, Ami, please, yeah.
Oh my God. Do you hear this, guys?
No,
Said
no,
to
no.
keep
I'm
the
talking to you.
secret.
Here is public. That's why we can speak all of Maninka.
What do you think about
No,
underage marriage that this man is
no,
promoting at
no. I
FGM?
don't think. I don't think anything. Then I
Okay,
will not going
then
to say
get down
anything
if you
about
don't think
about
anything.
in English. In English. But if
No,
you
you
come
have to
in.
talk in English only.
No, no, no. Okay, don't worry. We'll talk later.
Okay, then you have to
Thank
get
you,
out then.
Kish. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, let me take this next person. Keep tapping and sharing, guys.
He
Oh,
said this is a
what do you
public
think of me?
platform.
Sis, do you
So
hear all this? Sis, what do you
they
think
they
about
are
it?
they are get you know what makes me really upset is the fact that the whole let's not talk in English. Let's talk in our language. What does that? They're forgetting that even if
Mhm.
you are speaking in your local language, the issue still happens. It doesn't matter. It's not about language. Just be
I've been
what
talking
what
in my language for 7 years, and they
how
always bully me and insult me. And I keep warning them, I'm going to talk in English. The whole world will hear you. I'm tired, and they don't want to hear. Now I'll never
they're
speak my language
scared
again.
because they're scared that because we're bringing it out more and we're raising um awareness more. They don't like that speaking in your local language. They don't understand that there's translators now on the internet, so anytime you go to a live you can translate into an English and you will find out what a person is saying. So I don't understand whether it's in English, Japanese, Chinese, whatever language it's in, the issue is still arising. And no matter what language we are, women are still going through the same thing that we are saying is religious. And we are saying that it's not a big deal. It's unnecessary things. This man said unnecessary things. So removing a woman's natural feeling that was given to her is unnecessary things. Putting a child through adult activities is unnecessary things. Come on. We are saying if they're mentally mature. How would you know when a girl is mentally mature? She has not even experienced anything. Not even, no, she hasn't even started her period yet. And you're talking about when she's mentally mature. She doesn't even know what a woman is yet. She don't even know anything about herself yet. She's just learning. And you're saying when she's mentally. Well, it's when she says no. That's when you're saying she's being stubborn. When you're trying to force her to have sexual intercourse with her and she doesn't want to do it, you're saying, why are you acting like a child? Because she is a child. But because that doesn't resonate in your brain, to you, she's being a child. So if all of these things are unnecessary things, okay. I want to ask these men, did they put their girls through this? Would they make their girls get married at 13 or 12 or 8? I said to this man, he's an 8-year-old mentally mature. The man said, if they are mentally mature, so it doesn't matter how old these women are. These, not even women, these babies are. As long as they're mentally mature. I don't even know what a mentally mature child is. They don't even know what paying bills is. They don't even know how much it costs to pay rent. Like, oh. So this man will do the same to their daughters. I want to ask them if they really will, because they're coming up here saying things that are not making any sense to me. And I couldn't stand in front of people like that in real life without having some type of anger and some type of reaction that would make me want to, because I don't understand it. If you can sit there and watch your little girl go through that, then that means you're just like the rest of them. You're just predators. You're just passing the generational curse down and down and down, and it will never stop. And then they create boy children, which will then carry on that tradition. So it's like it's a never ending thing when we have people like this that exist in this world. And they think it's you are bringing our culture down. You don't understand the Quran. You don't understand the Muslim culture. What does that have to do with putting a human being through pain for your pleasure? I'm not understanding. Like, if that's what the Quran is saying, then I guess I have to rethink Muslim as a whole then, because if this is what we're promoting and saying, oh, it's the Quran, it's in the Quran, then it's because they're in those third world countries. That's why they're not getting arrested. They're not getting arrested because they're in a country, a government, a country where it's run by the government who don't care about human beings in a whole, only about themselves and what they can gain. I know it's been happening for years, but that doesn't stop the fact that it's continuing to happen. The whole point is to raise awareness and try to see where we can go from there to help. This is what away Islamic say, but Amy, stop aging Islam. Amy, you don't know what you will. Eh? Boy, what are you even saying? You're not even typing properly. It's not about it won't stop. It should, even if it won't stop, we still need to try and create laws where people are held accountable. Of course, there's going to be those people who are gonna do it on the ground. But does that mean we say, oh well, because it won't stop, let's just leave it then? No, that's not how. This is how we're failing as a community. Because even if we say it won't stop, somebody's got to start the work. So it cannot stop because Allah says it is good. So you're basically saying Allah is promoting pain and justifying pain. I will campaign, don't worry. We all are doing our own works. I know what I'm passionate about and I know where I'm going to campaign. And when I'm ready, because it's not just easy to say, let's start campaigning. You have to plan and know where your target goal is and all these extra things that come with, providing support. But we have to start from somewhere. There are lots of women who are already up and going and starting the campaigns. But if we just sit down and say, well, it won't stop and just turn a blind eye because we're not going through it, then that's sad. Because we can live in the Western world all we like and forget these issues. But remember, the Western world is no better. I am Matt. What does that mean? I want to know in the comments, what is the right age to get married? I don't know what mat is. Mat is something you walk on. So I don't understand what you're saying, sir. This is a cultural mentality from backwards thinking of men and some men who turn a blind eye. Yep. Blossom, you need to first understand the religious angle and then plan to... No, religion has nothing to do with the pain you inflict on a human being. Religion is out the window. Forget religion.
Exactly.
I'm just talking to them. Some of them are saying that because I don't understand the religious angle of it, then, and some are saying that it will never stop. And
It will stop. Keep tapping and saying it will stop.
that's what I'm saying to them.
It
The
will
more
stop.
we push, it will stop. There will be people who will do it on
It
the
is
ground.
stopping already. It's stopping already. It's stopping. A lot of people are not doing it anymore, and it's gonna stop. Keep going. Keep tapping and sharing.
Hi, Julio.
Yo, no.
Hello.
When I said that you should start a campaign, I mean like to have. Obviously, some countries are ran off religious reviews or religious views or whatnot, but in some cases, in some other parts of the world, it won't ever stop.
It
Like
will stop.
just like how there's poverty everywhere, but I don't agree with it. Obviously, people that have that religious view that it should happen and they should be inflicting pain on people, obviously they're probably indulging the Quran to a point where that's what they believe. So it's all about belief, really, isn't it, for them? For me, I don't agree with it, but in order to get this to stop completely and for these lives to stop happening and for people to stop bringing it all up in lives and saying it's wrong, we will have to have some sort of political or government power, which
The government
unfortunately,
power is there already now in Gambia.
yeah, but what about the other parts of the world, though?
It's just that he's fighting for this for the government power to be removed.
Yeah, exactly. He's got to fight for the government power to be removed. But like I said, with government power, there's always another hidden agenda, isn't there? So at some point, this could get, let's say, for instance, this does stop, something else will happen. And then you say you need to stop that.
Still, I'm gonna walk. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, that's the
Yeah.
anti-pope. What's the point of what you're saying anyway?
No, the point of what I'm saying is I don't agree with what's happening.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, in order to make something stop,
like would have to have government power.
The government power is there.
Some political power.
For Gambia.
For Gambia, but as I said, what about the rest of the world?
Yeah, people can do that. I can't do for everyone. I'm only doing where I'm from.
That's the point I was making.
Everyone can do for their country and talk about it. But yeah, even if the government power is not there for other countries, at least when you talk,
it won't work.
Some people, when they hear it. Okay. So what's the point of you coming to the live video then? Is it to discourage me or what?
No, I'm not discouraging you. I'm just saying.
All right. Thank you. I hear you.
Okay. Obviously you didn't. It's all right. Don't worry.
Okay. Next person. Guys, keep going. Keep tapping and sharing. I cannot take this person because this person, they have a underwear, a woman with just wearing underwear alone, you know, on their profile. Oh. So I'm not taking a person like that, okay? But keep tapping and sharing, guys.
Oh, you brought Jabby back again. Hi, Jabby.
Yeah, I came back. Yeah.
You're going to speak English for us? Is he the one that didn't want to speak English?
No, I will speak English, but I will speak to you.
Yeah. Speak to all of us. We are here to learn.
No. But the way you are speaking, you don't know about it because the way I'm speaking there.
You don't have nothing to say. Just get out.
No. I mean, listen to me. I mean.
Okay, I'm listening.
The network is not
I'm
good.
listening.
Where? Oh.
The person said that's just for business, but it's crazy. I'm scared. I don't want to add that person. They have that profile picture of the woman with the pants.
Change your profile picture and then come back up because I don't understand what type of profile picture that is.
Insane. Keep tapping and sharing, guys.
Julio, I understand what you were saying.
I am not removing the picture. The picture, the Imam is promoting underage 13-year-old getting married and people to be FGM, okay? And I was married off before I was the age of 10 to a man as old as this. I am against this, so I am not going to remove it. Keep tapping and sharing, guys.
Baroom wants to come up. No, Baroom. Oh, he's the one with the picture. No, remove the picture, Baroom.
That picture is crazy.
I don't want to see that. Oh my God.
Please join me. You don't have enough followers. You only have 22 or something like this. You can't join. It's not going to let me. It's not giving me option to add you, but you can try coming by sending request. But
you don't have a lot of followers. You only got like 23 people.
Sis, what do you think about this? Do you see how they're supporting this?
It's crazy. I mean, there are people, at the end of the day, I'm aware that there are people who are going to have these type of mindsets and they're going to try to put different things there to try and confuse people. But at the end of the day, when you are looking at a human being, we remove religion, we remove all of these things because at the end of the day, before a person is a religion or whatever the case may be, they are a human being, they have rights. And because you have removed their rights from them, because they're a child, that's why you decided to do what you wanted to do. If they were an adult, you weren't going to do what you want to do to them.
Wait, let happiness.
So this is why they're doing it to the children, because the children don't have no say. They're stopping them. They're using the fact that they are vulnerable little kids that don't even know the first word of no. Well, they know no, but they don't even know what a husband is. They don't know what a penis is. They are just coming into the world.
Exactly.
So, Amara, hi. You wanted to talk? I'll let you talk.
Amara, you have to go to your WhatsApp and come back. You're echoing. You can't hear me. You have to go to your WhatsApp and come back. You're echoing. You can't hear me, no? Go to WhatsApp and come back. You can't hear me, no? Go to WhatsApp and come back. WhatsApp? Yeah. Go and open your WhatsApp app and come back. Normally it sorts the problem. Keep tapping and sharing the video, guys. So, guys.
Julio.
So
Carry
guys,
on,
my
Mother.
name is Ami Diop and I am from the Gambia, but I live in Scotland here. And I was in Gambia not long ago. Just the end of the year, I came back. I was registering my organization. My organization is against underage arranged marriage or SA in general, marriage or not, boy or girls. My organization is for children to be promoted, to go to school, people to put them to school, and people to not beat them like serious child beating, and people to definitely not SA them, boy or girl, those three. So my organization is fighting against childhood trauma, but this, especially this particular main trauma that I experienced, the two of them, which is the SA and the serious beating. I experience both. I do not experience the SA as an SA as an rape, but SA as an underage marriage type of SA that you don't want the person, but you have to do it out of fear, you know. And I also experienced the lack of going to school and the serious child beating, these three. So I do campaign against these three, but I also do put children to school and just promote mothers' self-love, self-dignity, and how to bring up the children without severe beating, how to protect them from sexual abuse and why you should protect them, and other stuff that I also, support the mothers with. But yeah, so guys, when I came back from Gambia until now, it's kind of like a little bit of like a with my community, because not after I register my organization, I've been doing this activist job for 7 years now, and now that I am a CEO, this man is coming back to fight for the government to bring back this on, and I am against this, which is underage arranged marriage. I was arranged married before I was 10 years old to a man as old as this Imam. Okay, keep tapping and sharing, guys. So guy, and then this Imam is fighting, saying that he have his people going on the street fighting, campaigning for underage arranged marriage to come back to normal, so the government cannot ban it, and also for FGM to come back to normal. I've not been FGM, but I know people that are FGM. Not just they don't like it, but FGM is just a child abuse, because the boy you're taking out the skin, but the girl you're taking out the, you know. And when they do it, they normally close her thingy. They put something there with they mix it with the blood that come out of this. They mix it with something and put it to close the hole until she get married and they can take it off. And when they're doing all this, they busy leaving this man wandering around, sleeping with everyone, cheating and lying. They don't teach them how to be a good husband even. So they don't even deserve this, for example. Because when they disvirgin the girl, they're gonna continue cheating, lying, neglecting her. They don't do what Allah tell them, which is house, clothes, feed her, focus on her only, tell the truth, don't cheat, don't lie, be a good husband. Keep tapping and sharing, guys. So a lot of these people that are supporting this man, they're suffering from this man themselves, they're suffering from this man, or just saying it is legal and what was the
She said, what's the
repercussion
repercussion
legal?
legally? Like, is there a law that will charge a person for marrying somebody
Yes,
under
right now the
maybe?
Gambia, when you underage marry and you FGM somebody, when the government know you're going to prison. So that's
Okay.
why this man is fighting that. But people are still doing it secretly. But
Mm.
the man want people to be able to do it happily without any consequence. And he's everywhere campaigning, even on the street. He managed to get the thing now back on parliament now. Okay, for
Wow.
people to vote now under 18, they're gonna vote yes or no for these things, guys. Okay, keep tapping and sharing.
Wow. That is
I
crazy. For
cannot
the
take this
fact that
content with that picture of the, that naked looking picture. Okay, keep tapping and sharing.
the government is even allowing this to go back into parliament, this shouldn't even be a question. It shouldn't
Exactly.
even be a debate. Because this is
Exactly.
just to tell you, like, once a man is running the government, if there was a woman in charge, a sensible woman who is passionate about these type of things, then they would not even be pim of even having that talk of saying, oh, he wants to promote. It's like propaganda all over again. If we want to talk about religion, the fact that in the documentaries that I've watched, even in England, where lots of churches, especially Scotland and Ireland, where kids that are sent off into the church because they're being bad. Look at how many stories that have been out about kids, boys and girls being essayed, being abused by so-called pastors, so-called people that are supposed to be, teaching you the word of God, teaching you the word of Christ, and they are doing the very opposite. And even the women are doing it, and they are religious. Come on. If we want to talk about religion, if we're going to follow religion, follow it the way that it's supposed to be followed. Not nitpick at what you want to nitpick at and then
Mm-hmm.
decide to commit sins and then think that, oh, it's okay, and not thinking that you're still going to go to heaven. Come on. Let's make it make sense. And it is happening everywhere across the world. It's happening in the Caribbean. It's happening in England. It's happening in America. It's happening if we want to name countries, they are happening. But people
Mm-hmm.
still turn a blind eye. Still in today's world with the religion, that will always still continue because people are easily manipulated. I will not send my child off to no church camp by herself, but for what? So that they know. This is why I don't believe in the church, because they it's like it's more money gaining for them, and it's not genuine anymore, and it's never been genuine anyway. So, you know. So if we want to talk about religion, let's talk about religion.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about just being a Muslim. There's Christianity. There's so many other religions out here that are still doing the same thing that we are discussing right now. So religion does not matter.
Exactly.
The mindset of people who are allowed to get away with these things. If they came to the Western world where there's laws and where there's people watching you left, right, and center, you couldn't get away with it. But because you're in a country that is fully supported by the government, of course you're going to get away with it. Why are we even having to discuss this back into parliament? Why are we having to discuss whether or not this is bad? Like, I don't, yeah.
It's crazy.
And they have children, you know. They have mothers, they have aunties, they have nieces, they have cousins that are like, I'm just not getting, but me, I'm not in their mind. So,
It's crazy. Hello? Yes.
oh, it's a woman.
No, it's fine. It's not came. It's not back. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
thank you. Mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Exactly.
mm, mm, mm.
Exactly.
Right.
They know that they're just using that to make us not to talk. They just want us to not talk.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. They say they're not hearing her.
They said they're not. Sorry,
All
Boron.
right.
They're saying they're not hearing you.
Come back. Come back, sis. Come back, sis. I don't know why they're not hearing you. Can you guys hear me now?
Oh, I think what happened, maybe you're flagged, because sometimes what happens is if somebody is flagging you, nobody in the comments can hear you, but they can just
Oh,
see the thing. So I think you're gonna
they
have
say they
to,
can only hear you, but not her.
yeah, you're gonna have to,
Oh, see, have this picture again.
oh, is it the picture?
No, I'm afraid to add her with that picture again because that picture alone can close my TikTok or something.
True. Can you guys hear the host though? You can hear and see her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was speaking
I'm
so
having
good as well.
the most. Do you like, sis? Do you like prawns and do you like chickpeas? You know chickpeas?
Yeah, I've never had chickpeas and prawns before.
Oh, it's so nice.
I need to. I've never really had the combination of chickpeas and
Try.
prawns
Normally,
before.
what I do is when I buy chickpeas, I soak it overnight. Chickpeas, I'm
Mm,
saying chickpeas, and I
yeah.
boil it. You know, it tastes
Mm,
better than the pot one, and it's healthier.
yeah. True.
And you can put it in the fridge for a couple of days if you want. So what I do is I boiled it, and then you just fry the prawns with little bit of oil,
Mm,
small oil, a garlic, or onions. But I did not put onions because I'm busy now. But I just put a little bit of garlic powder and some coriander, you know, the dry one.
yeah.
Or either coriander or parsley, and some black pepper, some stock cube, little bit, you know, some little bit of lemon, little bit of chili powder, you know, little bit of salt, and
Yeah.
then just don't put even water. The water from the prawns can cook it, and
Mm.
just cook it, stir it. It cooks very quick, just like 5 minutes, 6 minutes it will cook, and then you add the cooked chickpeas to it and mix it. Oh my god!
Well, you eating it with rice or just on its own
No,
like
just like that. I'm trying to lose my weight, so I don't eat
that?
rice every day now.
Yeah, chickpeas is quite heavy as well. So
Yes, so just like that.
I'll try it. I'm trying to be healthy too myself.
Mm. You look fine. Me, I love food.
I love the food, but the food over here is too processed. So
Mhm.
I'm trying to get into more like greens and garden food, more vegetable. Cause I can't. Every time you eat the food, you just feel tired and just drained, and it just makes you feel sick. So welcome to the Western world. No natural food.
I know, right? I try my best though. Like, I try my best to eat like moringa, hibiscus, baobab, which I sell them too. I get them from Gambia and I sell them and I use them. But
Okay.
so when I eat unhealthy, for example, like food from here, at least I have those healthy stuff to balance it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Check your WhatsApp. It's important. Okay, let me see what she's saying. Who, me or
You ask.
check your WhatsApp says it's important. Okay, let me see. Who, me or
I think he's talking to you. Come today. Because I know you don't have my number, girl. So yeah, we should fight against child marriage. I just don't understand what pleasure men have in a child, you know? And most of the times it's not just child marriage, it's just essay in general. And I think obviously it's getting worse.
so I got the picture of the man who is walking with the Imam so they can remove the ban.
Oh.
Yes, and he worked in the National Assembly, you know, he's a National Assembly member. So get ready, I'll bring his picture, guys. Keep tapping and sharing.
You can bring Brorum back because she's changed her picture now.
I'll bring the man picture. This is the man, guys, okay?
Who's that?
This is the man that is working with the Imam.
Oh
And
wow, and he's a black brother.
he's a member he's a assembly member, and he want the ban to be removed.
Wow.
He's the one that working with the Imam for the ban to be removed.
And he's a
So
black brother.
yeah,
And it's all our black men.
yeah. Keep
Just
tapping and sharing, guys. We will expose them all. I'm gonna continue these videos from now until on the 18th. If this thing is back
I
on,
mean,
you guys are gonna be fairness. The president, the whole government, everyone behind this will be fairness. The whole world will know you guys are pedophile and that you're abusing women and children.
I like strong women.
amen.
I like strong
Hello,
women. I
Janga.
like them.
We don't have choice though. For
It's
me,
good to
I
be
don't have
strong.
choice because I know they're always insulting me. They've
It's
been put
very
pictures
hard.
of
It
they put pictures of me, my children, my mom insulting every day, but I
doesn't
don't have
matter. It
choice, but I
doesn't
have to
matter.
protect the
We
children.
all have stories. We all have stories. We all have stories. Doesn't matter. Okay. What you're doing is the right thing to do. You're doing the right thing. The only thing that is important is you're doing the right thing. Whatever someone is thinking or whoever is thinking, whatever is your story. And if you do not tell them, they will not know because I have been following you ever since I was not even yet married. If you don't tell people about your story, who will say it? Nobody. And you're free to say it because at least you have healed. What about us that haven't healed yet? We cannot say our stories publicly. We cannot because
No,
we
not
haven't
that,
healed.
not that I'm healed. That's why I'm talking. I just start talking because I don't want the trauma to happen to other children. I don't care heal or not. You can never properly heal from
That's
this
very
because
good
it's
of
real.
you.
And they're saying that we
Man,
shouldn't
I
that we
thought you can
shouldn't
heal, but
speak.
I'm really suffering from mine.
You just talk heal
I'm
or
still
not for
suffering
the
from
children to
mine.
not go through it, heal or not. The more you wait, the more victim. The longer you wait to talk, the more victim they're creating.
Yep.
But one thing is bothering me. There's so much things in happening in the Gambia here. My English is not that good, but there's so much things happening in the Gambia that we're not talking about.
Exactly.
We
They
have so
want this
many things
back
to
on
talk
parliament.
about. Yes, in the National Assembly, there are so many things we can talk about, especially these drugs that are coming in the Gambia. It's going through the borders. And who is controlling the borders? Is it not the government?
Right.
I'm not here to against anybody, but I'm just here to tell you, let them focus on the most important things and stop disturbing people. If you want a child you can bring in your house, or if you are a pedophile, whatever what is I think that's the word, right? You want a child that you can bring in your house to mess with or to make her be like your slave, because that is it. You're asking someone to do things that she doesn't even know about. This woman I'm talking to you right now, I mean the husband is not even coming home anymore.
Is that in Gambia? Did that happen in Gambia?
In Gambia, my neighbor, she's like a friend to me. She loves me. She's a good woman, a good wife. She's taking care of 5 children. And you know what the husband will say to her? You don't want to get pregnant. She will stay in Guinea for like 3-4 years and she will come back. He will come back, sorry, saying that I am here to get you pregnant.
Wow.
And I myself, I'm not, my picture is right on the screen. I myself told her to take pills, not to get pregnant if she cannot take divorce, if she doesn't have the guts to file a divorce. And right now, I am praying to God that I can convince her to file a divorce because that's the best thing for her.
Did the man marry
That's
her
what
when
the
she
man
was young,
wants.
underage marriage?
She doesn't even see. She doesn't even start seeing her period,
Wow.
She was so
and she
young.
was given to the not. I mean, come on. If you don't see your period, you're less than 10, maybe.
Yes. Oh my God.
So you come to and she was not even living with the husband. She was living with the husband's elder sister
Imagine.
after the marriage. And the husband's elder sister was enslaving her.
Imagine.
She
Somebody.
lived with the elder sister, the husband's elder sister for 3 years, and she came back to the husband. Not because the husband was tired of her being enslaved. No, it's because she was ready for the wife. I mean, you know what is the saddest part of the story? The first week she came home, the husband was with another woman.
Hey. Imagine.
I
That's
mean,
what's
can you
happening.
believe this
Lots of these
woman is
women that
selling
they're marrying
fish?
young, when they marry them young,
This woman
they
is selling
abuse them.
fish. Yes, and if you're not strong enough and you're not exposed to the society and you're not educated enough, you're gonna stay in that hole till you have your own kids and you try to convince your kids it's the right thing because you were also bearing the pain. So you want your child to bear the pain. That's what the Olaf call munyal. Munyal, so munye dina ba. No, 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 no. Do they buy you? It doesn't work like that.
Oh
I
my
am a
God.
Muslim, a pure Muslim. I know to go for an FGM, you need to get the sense and the right and go for it your own self. Because the person they're using as an example, she was matured enough. Who was the prophet's wife? She was matured enough to do it. She did it her own self, on her own will. But how can you take someone that is still a virgin, less than 6 years old, my own, they even have to sit on my chest to cut it off.
Aye.
They,
That's
hey,
what they
they
always do to
fight
the
with me to
children.
cut it off. I was with my sisters. We were like 4 of us. My dad was not around. I failed my exam that day. It was 2006. I failed my exam, and my mom was like threatening me, like, if I meet you at home, I'm going to beat you. You better run and go to your grandmother's house. I have to run because I'm scared. And from there, early in the morning, they were taking us there. I was not stupid. I'm not dumb. I know what was happening. In the car, I was telling my sisters, I know they're going to FGM us. I know. But what can I do about it? Because my mom will beat me if I stay home. But the moment I enter that room, I know something is not right in this room. They cut it off. I mean, you know, the worst part is like, when I'm with my friends, they will tell me how they get fully satisfied with their own man, their own man. And I'm like, what did you do? How does it work? What does that thing do when it's on your body? How do you enjoy it? What is the purpose? Hey, God says, everything I put in a woman's body is important. God said it. If I'm lying, let one Muslim or anybody come there and say it's not true. I know half of my family knows who is talking because they are seeing my picture. I mean, that is the smallest trauma I have gone through in my life. This is the smallest.
Oh my God.
Based on
And
the other thing. Before they start talking
people
about this
even go through
FGM,
worse
sir, it's
than
not
you
even
and they still
important.
supporting this.
In fact, they sit on my chest.
They sat on your chest.
Keep
They
tapping and
sat
sharing
on
the
my
video,
chest.
guys.
They could have even on
They
a live
sat
you
on
as well.
my chest, and I was shouting. I called the woman's name. I will never mistake her name with anybody. Her name was Miss. They call her Miss. I'm like, Miss, get off my chest. Miss, get off my chest. And they just
Hey,
took the
they
blade and
lie.
like, it's finished. It's not painful. It's finished. That's all.
She's
They
telling you
lie.
that
They
it's
always lying
finished
like that.
and it's not painful.
They always lying to the children that it's not painful.
Yes, I have gone through it. Before you start talking about FGM, let them talk about the brothers in the house that are really abusing their sisters
Right.
sexually.
Thank you.
The fathers that they are abusing their children sexually.
Yes.
Mothers that abuse their children mentally.
Yes.
And the
Let
bad
us talk about
marriages.
those important basic things.
Yes.
This FGM has been banned in the Gambia and nobody can change it. It is going to be banned. I'm in my business shop right now. I really like this live video. I've been watching it for a while. Based on my profile, I cannot come in. But thank you very much for listening. But I cannot say everything I have gone through. But there are more important things this government should talk about and stop disturbing us. This man that you're showing on your screen, he's just the same as Imam Fati. They are all in the same shoes. And anybody that feel bad about what I am saying, you can call me and insult me. I will be very glad to appreciate it and accept the insults because I was not brought up by my own self that way.
And that's what makes it feel really sad to know that they put you through these things. They are advocating for women, for children to go through these things. And then
Hello.
when we have trauma to deal with, they
What
want to
happened?
call us names and they want to say we're this, we want to say we are
Hello.
that. No, she's just saying something. Can she hear us?
Hello.
Can you
Here.
hear us?
The
No,
thing.
we're just recapping.
Okay. Mhm.
She's just saying whoever is hearing her story that is saying, that is against what she's saying, that, that it will not be well with them, basically. Because
They're so evil. And when you're talking about it, they even have the God commenting saying you are lying. They even say that to me when I'm talking about my underage marriage. They're like, you're lying. Even though they saw my mom, she made a video confirming it. It's on my YouTube and they still say I'm lying. Sorry, Jangha. You can come back if you want. The thing was not connected here because it was connected to the Bluetooth. the moment I put the Bluetooth on, because I'm doing my attire, the moment I put the way I connect the attire is where I connect the Bluetooth. So when I put that socket on, everything came on, and then it will just connect there automatically. That's why you guys wasn't hearing.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that. And I went to get water. So yeah, you can come back, sis, if you want. But anyway, thank you so much for explaining that little part of your story. Keep tapping and sharing, guys. So guys, the thing is, me, I'm not talking like this in the internet because I'm crazy. I'm not talking like this in the internet because I don't have secret or I don't keep secret. There's still a lot of things about my life that you don't know and you will never know. Lot of you insult me that I don't have secret, I don't keep secret. I keep more secret than you. Look at you guys when you're not happy with each other, how you do live video, insulting each other's mother, exposing each other's secret. Do you ever see me do that? But me, I'm talking because this is trauma. This is not called secret. What they're doing to you, they manipulate you to think it's secret. They're like, don't talk about this, it's private, it's secret, musola private, musola kauma lan, amoma nyana moila. Fen yalem ika fole pour musoye continue suffering. It's called abuse, it's not secret. Secret and abuse is different. You've been through injustice in a community, you let down, your abuse is called abuse. It's not called secret. It all leka for secret pour ye day, pour ye continue ka model abuse. It all nyin more, they're very wicked, they're insane. Sorry, I forgot, I'm speaking Mandinka. Keep tapping and sharing. So why whenever you talk, they're like, oh, don't expose yourself in the world. Don't tell your secret. They're gonna know who you are. They're gonna use it to insult you like they're insulting Ami Olaf. They always insult me with my underage arranged marriage. They're like, your vagina is expired because you're married young. And then you have an imam right now who's saying that people should get married at 13 by force. There will be no peace until people get married at 13 and until people are FGM. There will be no peace. That's the statement he's making. Okay? And you're watching. So not just they will disvirgin you, ruin your childhood, take your virginity, SAU, FGM, you do whatever they want, but also they use it to insult you. They use that to insult you, and then they campaign for that to happen, and then they insult you with it, and they campaign for that to happen, and they insult you with it. Because us, the women, we behave like a 5-year-old. We're supposed to say no and be an adult and say no. Just no. You don't have to argue. You don't have to insult anybody's mother. That's just disrespecting women. That's why they always do that. They hate women. So just say no. Very few 2% of the men in the society that are awake, they're still going to respect your work. They're still going to love you. They're still going to respect you. It's not easy to be a decent, good person. You have bad people everywhere in the world, I know. But I'm focusing in our tiny Africa, Gambia, okay? Especially Gambia and Senegal both. But today, this current affair is about Gambia, okay? Keep tapping and sharing. So keep tapping and sharing, guys. This current affair is about Gambia. Senegal also have horrible current affairs that I talked about sometime. I've been warning my community for years that I'm going to stop speaking my language. Because when I'm speaking my language, you just bully me and laugh at me and call me depressed and mad. So I'm going to speak English because this is not just happening in Gambia and Senegal. It's happening across African countries, and just third world countries. So I'm going to speak English from now on, okay? You're going to miss my language that I speak and you're bullying it. You will miss it from now on, yeah? Keep tapping and sharing, guys. So yes, sis, do you hear this girl's story? They're always gonna come and tell you their stories. The ones that are brave, the ones that are behaving like an adult and ready to save the children, they're gonna come. You hear them. Do you hear this one too? Yeah.
And this is the thing, when we come on the internet to spread awareness and we tell an experience that we've gone through, all of a sudden people want to say, oh, don't say nothing. People are going to use it against you. At the end of the day, if a person is going to use, we all know how the world works. We know whoever you tell, whatever you've gone through, they're going to try and use that against you. But once you know you've healed and you've gone through what you needed to go through and you're a strong person now, then you can share your story so that other
Exactly.
people will know that that you're coming from the same place, that you understand. And even if you've never been through any of that, at least expand your knowledge. Go and research or listen and learn from people and learn from women that have gone through you know, those type of things, so that you can understand and not judge people and then think
Exactly.
just because they've gone through something they should just keep it inside of them. And that's not how, because it makes people in the world think that nobody's going through what they're going through, and that's
Yes.
why they feel scared to even say anything, because they think nobody will understand. So we need to stop bringing up the narrative that we shouldn't say nothing, because if people are going to use it against you, they will use it
But in
against you.
Gambia, it's different. Let me tell you what they normally will say in Gambia and Senegal. They don't say it like that. They say it like, you're not alone. We all have been through stuff.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
difference is, they say it like the difference is you don't know how to shut your mouth. You don't know how to have secret, and no one will marry you, or no one want to even be friend with you, because
Right.
whatever happened, you will expose it on the internet because you're mad. That's how they will say it. They're very evil when they're protecting this. But us that is fighting against this, we're not strong enough like them, and we have to. We're just leaving them, and they're very strong and evil with protecting this. They can say anything, do anything. They will manage to gather the whole group of people against you. They will manage to have their soldier of people against you. Gossip, talk bad. For me, for example, they will be like, she's traumatized, she's mad, she talk too much, she's this, she's that. What type of excuse is that? You, what are you? Pedophile and traumatized creator. What's the English word? Traumatized creator. You create the trauma and then bully the victim. Create the trauma and bully the victim. So that's what you are, you. You're worse than a traumatized person. Because you create the trauma and then bully them, call them traumatized, and then go moving on to next generation, fresh children again to traumatize, and then the next 10 years you bully them again, move on to the next group of children again. So you're worse than the traumatized person that is fighting for the trauma to end. Keep tapping and sharing. Guys, my name is Ami Job and I live in Scotland, but I am from Gambia. I was underage arranged marriage before I was 10 years old to a man as old as this. Right now, this man is one of the Imam that is very known in Gambia, and he's campaigning for underage arranged marriage, but just underage marriage in general, and also FGM for girls to continue happening in Gambia. Although it's banned now, he's saying that he's campaigning for the ban to be back. The man that you saw me, the picture that was here just now, the man in the white picture, that man is the guy that work in the parliament, that working with him to make sure that the bar is removed. Right now, they have to go back in the parliament and vote on the 18th coming this month. We are on the 18th for people to vote yes for this to continue. They have a group of women that are pick-me women, who some of them are their wives, their wife family member, their own children, or some children that they're teaching Quran. For example, this man have a lot of people that he teach Quran, and they're so afraid of him more than they're afraid of the Allah that he's teaching them. Keep tapping and sharing. So what they do, what you yapping about, do you hear this? So keep tapping and sharing. Just, do you see how these people are pedos, how much they love children, and they can't even hide it because us, the adults, are watching them. Us, the adults are watching them. They will show you every time that they all the same. Just watch the comments, watch who they are, okay? What you see the Gambians and Senegalese and just Africans in general who like young people, you will see them, okay? So right now, this man, this Imam, he's bringing back, he want to bring back the underage marriage. He said people have to get married as young as 13 and people have to be FGM. And that he said anyone that is fighting against that, he's going to pray for you to have something bad happen to you. And that he said anyone that don't do this, when you die, no one should come to your funeral. When you sell something, nobody should buy. When you have a party, nobody should go. People should isolate you just because you don't do this practice. Okay? And the Gambians are watching. And they said, me that talking, I'm bad. Okay? Me that is talking, I'm bad. People that promoting this is good.
and you cannot
Keep
talk
tapping
about
and
it
sharing, guys.
because
Continue to
he's an
tap and
imam
share
and
the
he's saying
video.
the truth.
Yes. Hello, sis. Yes.
We cannot talk about it because he's an imam. Nobody is disrespecting him. We're just against in what he's saying.
Exactly. Not just because he's an
Nobody is
imam, he's gonna get traumatize
nobody's
us and ruin
insulting
our
him.
life as a
Yes,
woman.
we have to. Exactly. We are not trying to insult. I'm not going to insult Imam Fati. Never. I will never do that. But when he do something wrong, I have the right to tell him you're wrong in a very
Exactly.
respectful manner. His own case is not about what he has said or haven't said. His own case is I don't think I will ever listen to what he's saying anymore.
Exactly. No one
I
should
am not
listen
trying
to
to
him.
against any religion or disrespect any religion because this is not about Christian, it's not about Muslim. I'm just saying one person should come out to me and tell me my religion as a Muslim, there is a Quran hadith or any other place in the Quran, any surah that explain about FGM.
They cannot find that.
That is my problem. They will not. So
They will
you
not.
cannot tell me what I know. I know I'm not a perfect Muslim, but I know my rights as a Muslim woman.
You are a
Even
perfect
if
Muslim for
even in my
protecting
marriage.
children. You are
So
you
let's
are a
just
perfect Muslim, sis, for protecting children. That alone is a perfect Muslim.
but that's what the religion is saying. We protect one another. We should not hurt each other's feelings. But why are we doing things that is affecting us, affecting the system, and we want to use the religion? It's not fair.
Exactly.
They all money. It's like just when someone just told me like munyal yep dina je, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, they're
Allow
gonna
me
keep
to
telling you
fight for
munyal.
myself.
Munyal is just bear the pain. Just bear the pain. Everything will be fine. Just bear the pain.
Why should I? Why should I when God has already given me freedom to take care of myself?
Exactly. You're
I
not
mean,
allowed to
the
use that
honest truth
freedom.
is,
They're gonna take that freedom away from
I cannot
you
exactly
for
away
their
from me
own
as a
good.
woman. In fact, I was given the most yes in my religion as a woman. I was given the most beautiful freedom, which my
Exactly.
responsibilities are limited. But you have given me all the responsibilities that are not even mine. They are not mine.
Exactly.
Why are you giving me responsibilities that are not mine to make yourself better? To ease your brain as a man in the house, and you come and stand in front of me telling me that I'm the man of the house? How can you be the man of the house when you're not taking responsibilities of your own due?
Exactly. And a lot of them are cheating and lying and neglecting
That's
their
the
wives
right
and
thing.
children.
You know what the truth is? If you marry a girl that is 28, you don't dare to leave the house without explaining yourself because she's matured enough to ask you where you going to. But if you married a girl that is less than 10 years, how can she ask you where you're going to? You just leave the house anyhow you want, come in anyhow you want, go do whatever you want. It's freedom they are finding, oh. Freedom.
Sis, hold
Freedom.
it
Which
right
they
there.
already
Sis,
had, oh. They want
sis,
more.
hold it right there. I'll come back to you about what you just said. Keep tapping and sharing, guys. You have to tap and share because the people that are behind these people, billahi wallahi ta'ala, if you're just watching this video and you're not doing nothing, they don't just watch the video and they do nothing. They report the video. They make sure they lie into TikTok to create some word and say that that's what I'm saying or that's what I'm doing. That is different from what I'm saying now. They're not going to tell TikTok that this woman is an advocate for childhood trauma-free generation. She is talking because our Imam want underage marriages and FGM to cause the little girl pain and trauma. She's promoting little girls to go to school, boys or girls, and children to grow up without SA or childhood trauma and serious beating and all of this. That's what she's promoting. They don't say that to the TikTok. They're going to email the TikTok, message the TikTok, and lie for the TikTok to close this live. But if you are tapping the video sharing, even if you don't donate, because when you donate, TikTok is going to take half of the money or more than half, so they're benefiting. So they don't normally cut the video with stupid talk when somebody's donating. But even if you don't donate, but you type Sia, promote the video, Sia, like, do some hard, in the comment, TikTok will know that this person is an idiot, because TikTok know I am an activist, and TikTok know how sick Africa is and how much they don't want freedom and peace for the young people. So they have an idea of why people are fighting me. But they still need to see that I'm doing fine because you're supporting. So please, even if you are one person in this video and you have soul, support. Because this man, he will talk like if anyone that is fighting this I'm talking about. Anyone that fighting for this not to stop, not to go on. I'm praying for you to have something bad happen to you. That's how he talk in a video. Which means us. And he said that anyone that don't practice this, when you are no more alive, nobody should go to your funeral. When you sell something, nobody shall buy. When you have a party, nobody shall go. Just because you don't practice this. Because you're not Muslim. That's his excuse. Because this is the deen. If you don't do this, people should isolate you. Did Allah not say, is the Quran not saying that if you don't pray 5 daily prayer, that's when you're not Muslim? The moment you stop praying, the deen cut you off. But he never said that though. He said if you don't do these things, then we should isolate you. We should cut you off from us because you're not one of us anymore. He didn't say that if you don't pray 5 daily prayers. Keep tapping and sharing, which he shouldn't say that for praying, but you know what I mean. So he's focusing on this so much that he focused on praying, so much that he focused on people that are married and cheating and lying and neglecting their wives and children, which Allah hate that more. He's focusing on this more than he ever focused on anything. It's just unreal. It's like you're watching a horror movie. And people say that me, I'm rude, me, I'm talking, me, I'm focusing on this. He's focusing on this for years, by the way. He's known for this for years. The government banned it. He's campaigning for the ban to be removed. He have that man that the picture was here. You saw that man. They're working, that man working the parliament. Him and that man working for that thing to go back in the parliament for people to vote. And don't you think if they even have the gut and the power to bring that back to parliament, don't you think they might even bring that back to normal and we're going to sit down and watch them? If we watch the children of Africa going through one single trauma anymore, we will have the karma. Us that doing videos, us that have radio, TV platform, anywhere, news platform, us that are liking the video, sharing and watching. And we're not going to put our effort to save them. We're just going to watch them die and have trauma and repeat our pain and our mother's pain. The karma will never ever leave us alone if we watch this. So let's continue saying no to this, continue campaigning for freedom for once and for all, this or not. Even marriages, I'm campaigning for marriages to be good all these years, and they use it to bully me too. What I fight for is, it doesn't matter you're a man or a woman, if you want to get married, you get married genuinely or don't get married at all. They don't talk about that too. That's why we are rampant with wrong marriages. We have the worst marriages in the world, Africa, especially Gambia and Senegal. The woman have to suffer or the marriage is going to finish. But even if she suffer, the marriage most likely going to finish sometime, because it's either going to finish because the man tell you, I don't want you for no reason, or he doesn't want you and you're just sitting there suffering. He doesn't even have sex with you. He doesn't touch you. He doesn't tell you, I love you. He doesn't look at you. And you're just going to be there cooking and crying and waiting and hitting your children because you're depressed and going crazy. So you're still gonna suffer either way, okay? And these women, they know this. These women that are behind these men, they know they're suffering. A lot of them have bad marriages, bad stuff. But some of them that are in this bad marriage is suffering. They're the ones that is behind this. Because they're pygmy women. They're afraid to say no. If the man is cheating and lying, that's why I told that sister to excuse me so I can explain this. If the man is cheating and lying and doing horrible stuff, they cannot say no. You know what they'll say in a live video like this? They'll be like, don't disturb yourself. Men are men. They'll never be good. They always cheat and lie. So me, I'm just in this marriage because of my children. Why are you talking, Amy? You're wasting your time. Save your energy. Kek. They'll say that in a video. These hopeless pygmy women who don't love themselves, will never ever know what self-love is, don't have value, will never know their value, because they program them to never have that when they're this age, by doing all of this thing to them, which is the serious child beating, the SA, the FM, effing FGM, everything just to make sure they suffer. They keep making sure that you suffer from a young age, that your brain will master the pain and agree and surrender to it.
Hello?
That's what they're making sure that it's going to happen to you. Doesn't matter you're a boy or a girl. Hello.
Hello, Ami. Sa wax bi am na solo trop. I like you so much. Yow kay loo wax fii yëpp noonu la. Man maa ngi Gambia fii, and I see so many women ñu ngi suffer and they are just
Can you please
sitting
speak in
there ñu ngi wax
English?
ne
Yes.
seen doom yi ñoo leen fi nekk di toog lool. Xam nga, it's very sad. Like yow number one, yow balaa xam naa
Speak in
doom neex
English,
na
please. Yes. Please speak in English, Amy. Yes.
Okay,
Because
okay.
this
So
page is
what
for
I
English.
was
Yes.
trying to say that like many people are staying in their marriage, they are not happy, and sad thing is that they always give the excuse like, okay, they are sitting is there in their marriage because of their kids, but for me, I don't see someone like to stay in a unhealthy relationship. You know, unhealthy relationship is not good for your kids. If you say you love your kids, you shouldn't be in an unhealthy relationship. You shouldn't be there because you yourself first before anybody. If you cannot take care of yourself, how can you take care of your family, your children and your family? So you should
Exactly.
be able to be you should be healthy physically, mentally, be strong, and so you can take care of your family. So for me, I don't agree. Okay, I want to stay in a marriage because of my kids, you know. So this is for me, anyways. I know people have their own thinking, but for me, you can't be in an unhealthy relationship. It's not healthy for the kids. They cannot the kids will have problem like mentally, and for their future. I don't think you are showing them that okay, it's okay for a man to treat you bad and you stay in the marriage. Okay, it's fine. You are not teaching them to able to fight, to for them to fight for themselves and not allow a man to enslave them or whatever. So
Yeah.
I agree with you.
You know the type of blackmail that they're using for women to stay in a bad marriage. They say things like, oh, if you're divorced, your children not gonna be with their father. Oh my God, they're not gonna be good children, or they're gonna miss out the fact that they're growing up with a father. They're talking about father that don't have time for the children, even if the father is there, he's not there. He's always cheating, lying, always looking for somebody to marry next, always very aggressive, always just looking for you to supply them with love and care and worship them, but not them supplying you with these things. They cannot worship you, they cannot show you pure love and care, but you have to supply them this, especially the wife. Okay, keep tapping and sharing, guys, because some of them are again at it again. Yeah, some of these people are at it again. So they're talking about father that most likely will not house, clothes, feed you and the wife, you the children and the mother. Like Allah said. Allah said, as a Muslim man, you're meant to house, clothes, and feed your wife and children. Now, how expensive is that, guys? Okay? And even if the wife is working, you shouldn't care about the money. You should just keep giving her all the time, whatever she needs. Even if she needs to buy a pair of earrings, supposed to be from your pocket. Water from your pocket. Bed sheet, pillow, everything from your pocket. All the time. Not like you just buy one bed and 20 years later she's sleeping on one bed. No. You're meant to, when you have to replace the bed, you replace it. When you have to paint the house, you paint it. When you have to buy new sofa and new furniture, you buy it. Why they're not doing that? Because us women are the worst hypocrite of ourselves, because a lot of us are traumatized and we have pick me behavior, which is we are just trained from when we are young to worship our parents and do what they're told, what we are told, or they. So you have that behavior. That's why you're doing that with the man. They program you like this to suffer forever, like a little slave forever.
That's why now
Yeah.
many women are sick. They have cancer. They don't know this is the cause of this cancer because of the stress you have. It's not good. If you are not happy somewhere, I think you try your best, to change things. If it's not working, I don't think you should stay there and die because of marriage. Your kids, you are not helping your kids because they will not be succeed in that kind of relationship. So.
Turu, thank you
Yes.
very much. I really appreciate what you're saying. But what do you think about it? You sound young. I know a lot of the young people are awake now because of people like me that is talking, to just make awareness. What do you think? I think change is coming, and that's why people like this are angry, and even the young people that have this type of mindset, the men, that's why they're angry with people like me and stuff, and people like you. Even when they hear you say that, they will be like, because they can know straight away that when they marry, you will not take that nonsense. So what do you think about it? What do you think? Because they know that they have to change, otherwise they cannot have a good wife anymore, because all the good women are going to be awake, and they don't like that. How do you see the things moving forward and the changes? Keep tapping and sharing, guys. Thank you. How do you see that, Amy? How do you see the fact that people are waking now, and a lot of them hate the fact that people are waking, and they're calling people so many different names?
Ah, that one is even bad for them because they say, look at these women of today. They want to go to school. They think that their master's degree will get them. They don't know that a man doesn't care about their master's degree. They said, no, if you're going to get married, you're supposed to support your husband. You don't have dreams and goals because it's the man that is the leader, is the man that will be providing, is the man, is the man, is the man. Every minute is the man, is the man, is the man. So the woman is nowhere in that equation important. The only thing that we are meant to be doing is being submissive. We are taking care of the children. We are taking care of the household. We are making sure that we are doing everything to keep our husbands happy. But what about us? They say men go through way more than women. Women are just complaining. Ha!
It's because we are dying. That's why we are complaining.
They say, oh, these women don't want to have children. These women are 20 something, 25, 22, and they have been run through. Their body count is so high. They are useless. There are single mothers out here that are just, their bodies are not, they are just saying all of these things about us women, not realizing that they are the ones creating these women.
They know
Until
it.
you
They just
hold
so
men
evil.
accountable, stop blaming women for everything. Because unless you know a woman's story, you won't even know how she became a single mother in the first place.
That's
You
why
won't
I'm
even
talking
know why.
about us to not have sex with no one until we are married. Me,
Basically,
I've not had sex for years, and I'll never ever have sex with anyone that not married to me ever. Because they don't even deserve you, and don't allow anybody to marry you like that.
you
By the
are
way,
right.
make
You
sure
know
that
what,
you know
Sister
the
Amy?
person marrying you have a healthy mindset and stuff.
You are right, because I'm starting to realize, even though I'm not a traditional woman, I'm starting to realize that I'm 27, and I'm starting to realize that the best thing to do in this generation of today is to avoid men. Avoid them until there is a man that really and truly respects you as a woman. And
And
even the
deserve you.
question I ask them is, do you know why you want to have a child? Most of them cannot tell you why they want to have a child. It's always about, oh, I want to build my reputation. It's all about, but do you know the deepness of having a child? What I am going to go through, what I am going to need you for. They don't think of, oh, this I've got to work. I've got to bring in the money. So I'm not carrying no child for you then. I'm sorry, because if I'm not important while having to carry your child, then there's no point. There
They
is no
just
point.
been seeing.
There's no point. I'm not going to be a baby incubator for no man, because apparently, what is it? Our time clock is ticking, and we don't. By the time
And
we
lot
hit,
of them, you know why they want you to get pregnant just like that quickly? So they can cage you. So they can be like, if you leave me now, you'll be single mother. Nobody will marry
imagine,
you.
imagine creating a bunch of kids just so that you can tell a woman to sit down and be in a woman's place. What is a woman's place?
I'm telling you.
I
Us
will.
women, we just have to wake up. We don't hate them. I
We
don't
don't
hate
want
men.
them.
I love them. And especially a nice, kind man is everything.
Yes,
A nice, kind husband. Oh, it's like heaven. Oh my God.
but
Just
they
so
are
nice.
evil.
I love it. But it's just the ones that are like getting away with this nightmare.
Yeah,
It's sad and funny. They make me laugh actually. Who they think they are? Like it's so funny and
I
sad.
will never understand them. Never
Oh my
understand.
God. These people. I'm telling you.
And today they call us women. They call us feminists. They say we are feminists because we don't believe in a woman,
Like
in a
feminist is
child.
bad. Feminist is that
Feminism is
not
not
just
a bad
somebody that
thing.
is just like don't like leave people to do what they want. Is that not feminism is?
If they know what feminism is, they won't be talking the way they're saying because a woman doesn't want to have a baby, she's a feminist. If she don't want to get married, she's a
They're
feminist.
funny by
If
the
she
way.
wants to be independent, she's a
No.
feminist. So people don't have choices to make with their lives anymore.
Feminism does that.
I don't know how that is
Anyone,
feminism.
it makes me laugh. Anyway,
The platforms
anyone
that
that
I come across.
anyone that hate the word feminism, anyone that hate the word feminism, if you are a woman, you are your self enemy. If you are a man, you are your own enemy also.
Not
If you are
you.
correct, feminism is supposed to be somebody to just do what they want. Like it's none of your business, isn't it?
Mm.
Is that not feminism?
Ha. Me.
I'm asking, is that not what feminism is? Because according to what I read.
Yeah.
So why they don't like that? Why they call it? Why they make it like it's so evil?
Feminism is literally just trying to have the basic rights as a woman, just to do basic
No.
things, have a bank account. That's how it started off in the first place. Being able to own a home, being able to work, being able to do basic human things that men were doing that they're
Exactly.
saying women aren't allowed to do because we are women. We can't
They hate it
handle
so much.
we can't handle the stress that men go through because men are stronger than women. This is what men are trying to say to women, that we are weak. We are weak human beings, and that we don't have no say in this world, that we should just be submissive women, that we should obey our husbands and have nothing to say and just sit at home and rot.
Exactly.
I'm
They
And
not
just
some
want
of
to
doing
have
them
a
it,
use
guys.
free
I'm
slave.
religion.
sorry.
They don't understand religion much, you know. Uh,
They
like
want to have a
like
free
once I
slave
was
in this
talking with
19
someone.
million. They want free
Once I was
food.
talking with someone and he was like, I will never help my wife in the kitchen. I am bringing just the money and I will do everything. I'm like, it doesn't justify you not to help bringing, you are the provider. Of course, you are the man. Okay, I will say, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't help your wife. So, like, some people really don't understand even the religion, because what I know from the religion, the prophet used to help the wife, used to cook, and he did so many things for the wife.
And
But
Fatu,
nowadays it's
Amy,
different.
sorry, I'm saying Fatu. Amy, my Toma, Your name, your real name is Amy, right? Mm-hmm.
Yes, Ami.
Oh, bless you. You're my Toma. You're my namesake.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Let me even follow you. Do you do videos or something? But I'm following you.
I no, I just
All right.
yes, I just do Islamic videos anyways. But
That's
yeah.
fine. I'm following you.
Uh-huh.
But Amy, you know what
All
happened?
right, thanks.
For example, if they say that obey the man, thank you guys. Keep tapping and sharing the video. If they say that you have to obey the husband, you have to obey the man. Sometimes that make me laugh in a way like they don't.
And then they put religion in there as well, that the Bible said, the way the woman, and they never say what the Bible say about the man,
You know why it makes me laugh sometimes, yeah? The fact that they just focusing on the fact that the woman have to obey the man, but they don't focus on the fact that the man have to be what obeying. He have to be healthy enough, good enough, telling the truth enough, not abusive, not telling you go and bury your head under the ground and obey me. Why they don't focus on that before they focus on that obey? Who you obeying? Who?
They say
Who?
God made us the leader. God said we are supposed to lead. We are the head of the household, the woman. Whatever we say, we have the last say in the household. We can listen to our wives, but we will have the last say. So what's the point then? If your wife is not
Exactly.
involved in the decisions that you make for your home, so what
All
is
of
she
that is
there for?
unhealthy mindset.
And then they want to tell me as a 27-year-old that I will die alone.
You will not die alone. There's very healthy, good men out there, and that's the type
In
of man you're
Jesus'
gonna
name, I will
marry.
not die alone. Amen.
We're gonna get married. It's just we will not marry to a man that is like this type of mindset. We'll marry to a healthy person. And they hate that. They know that the 2% is very healthy, but they hate that we're focusing on that. They want us to just take anybody and just be suffering.
And then they will. Then when we divorce and we've met somebody with schizophrenia, now they're gonna say to us, "Ah, you
Thank you.
women should have known that." And then they will say, "There's two sides to the story." So a man that is going to abuse you, control you, that means you're not allowed to leave. They are telling these women that you should stay with your husband through thick and thin. And they said when a man explodes, that means there's something that you have done. I said, eh? So you're telling me,
Exactly.
you're telling me because this man has exploded, it's my fault and I should take it.
They always say it in videos, Gambia and Senegal videos. The men will always say that any man that is cheating, even some women, this is the problem because a lot of our women are our own enemy, yeah? For example, they will say in a video that if the man is cheating, you should ask yourself what you're doing wrong. You're not doing you're not being a good wife. You're not doing your duty right. That's why he's going outside looking for pleasure.
Imagine.
Men will say this and women will say this. Women.
Imagine. And this is where we fail all the time because we're continuously blaming women. We're doing things to them and blaming them for the traumas that you've caused them. It's because then now that men are forgetting that these women still have to carry on in life. Nobody knows what the future holds for you. Nobody knows if your marriage is going to last or not. But you telling a woman that she needs to stay there because the Bible or because the religion. I am not marrying no man for religion. I am sorry. If you're just going to follow religion and nitpick at certain things certain things the Bible is saying, then you're not a true religious person. You're not really and truly trying to I don't even know how to call it because I'm not religious. I'm just living in this world.
You just remind me, a lot of people now are afraid of marrying people that are religious because they think that they're
I
going to use
am.
the religion to abuse them.
I am. I'm very much a scared. There have been documentaries where men have used religion and create kids with their own kids because they've manipulated the women and they're doing all of these things because they said the Bible said that it's okay. The
Oh
Bible.
my God.
Yeah. There's lots of women, even on Facebook, there's a lots of women who come out with their stories talking about the traumatic things they've been through, whether it was religious or whether it was by their parents or a family member. It's always something to do with a man
Thank you for donation. Thank you.
who has no control over his mind, over his body, over the things that he's
Thank you.
feeling.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you blame the women for the way they dress. Even if a woman is covered from head to toe, you can only see her 2 eyeballs. That will not stop a man from doing what a man wants to do.
Yes.
So they need to stop blaming women for the fact that they dressed a certain
Can
way.
I just say something about that, please? Do you know
Go
women
ahead.
who know how to close their leg because they learn self-dignity and self-worth and they love themselves, which is what I talk about all the time in my videos as well, for us to learn that, because we're not being taught that properly growing up. A lot of us grew up from an underage arranged marriage home or just from a mom that is suffering because the man have a lot of wives and poverty and the man is probably a bad man. So the mother is not relaxed and happy, she's angry and frustrated. So the child, they don't really taught her what self-love is and self-dignity and how to protect yourself in a healthy way. Thank you so much. Keep tapping and sharing. So normally what happens is the woman, when the woman don't know her self-worth and her self-dignity, oh my God, it has so many consequences. But when the woman know that, a lot of them, why they don't like that is that they know they cannot get away with certain things because they know the woman will not agree. You understand what I'm saying? So then they turn it into something bad, like the woman shouldn't be like that. Like they turn it into something negative.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where we can't win as women because they're forgetting that the Western women are not Western women. They are women from the countries that you're trying to go to. Like, we are all not from these countries
They
that
have
you're
human
saying
right.
yes
That's
to.
why they call it Western women. They call
Yeah.
human right Western minded.
Right, right. Well, all of us are literally from the Gambia. We're from the Caribbean. We're from different parts of the world. People are forgetting that the Western world is not made up of just one type of people. They are all made up of people coming from different backgrounds. That's how you know people are just not educated and they want to blame the white people for everything. We can't blame
Yes.
them for everything.
When
Sometimes
they don't want to do something, they always blame the white people, so they don't do it.
of course, they don't want to make a change, and it's the same white people that will come to their countries and fight for those change. And what are you going to tell them? You're not going to tell them anything. There's nothing
They
that
can die on the way trying to come here. They can be on a life on the sea, sink in the boat and lost their life. A lot of my family members have. And they rather do that than telling the truth so they can be successful. Not telling the truth can lead to a lot of people, dying and not successful and depressed and alcohol, drug, unnecessary sex and all this wrong thing by just living on lie. If you live in a nation of lie and abuse and torture, that nation can never, ever, 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 ever develop.
And this is what makes me scared to spread the word in my own country about SA and the fact that it happens a lot in families because I've been through it and I've been told, I've been judged just for being a certain way. They will think, oh, you came home with your hair messy, you had sex with somebody at school. Like, what? I used to fight a lot because that was my best way of getting my anger out,
I'm so sorry, darling. I'm so sorry that you've
no,
been through this.
it's and this is what men don't understand, that it's caused a lifelong trauma for me to even trust men. And even when it comes to having sexual partners, that's even 10 times more difficult because you can't connect with a man mentally because there is just 1,000 things going through your brain because you don't know if this man is going to use you. You don't know what he's going to do. That's why I say men, they say is the men that you choose, but I always believe the type of men I run into are good men. They're not men that are not working, they're not like decent looking men, but this is how they trick you. They come to you a certain way, but then once you get to know them deeply, that's when you know that they are messed up too. Soon as they start talking, I wouldn't date certain guys from certain parts of Africa, and whoever want to come for me can come for me, because I know their mindsets are so backwards and so weird that I can't, they would not handle me. And that's where they always say, oh, you're so loud, you're so aggressive, you Caribbean women, you like to diss it. And that's where they start to insult you and tell you, oh, you don't know African women, you know African women are better than you, and I don't care. Go and marry those women. I will be aggressive, loud as much as I want, as long as I'm not going to marry you. I am fine. I will be that way. I always say it is not that hard to find a man. You just have to
Oh my
find a
God.
man who is going to be understanding and is open-minded and understanding that if he wants to bring children into this world, he has to know how to protect those children. That's why I won't have no more kids with a man, because if I don't know how you're going to protect our children, what you are against and what you're not against, we can't have kids, because I can't trust you if we're going to bring kids into this world to then hurt them and cause them pain and trauma. That's not what we're doing. No, we shouldn't do that. That's not why we're creating lives. We're trying to create lives to bring human beings to populate the earth so that we can keep the earth going. That's what we need. Not to create a bunch of kids and then create trauma left, right, and center, and then want to come after people who want to have a change just so that kids can have a life. There's nothing wrong with having an education, with wanting to grow up and to not feel that you're being just touched. Like, nobody, like, who wants to be touched? Like, I want a child to just grow up unharmed, happy, just not having to go through anything. I wonder what that feels like. But I don't think a lot of kids are going to know what that feels like, because we're always constantly going through something because of the environment that we are in. And if we don't change our mindset, that starts with men, because they are the ones creating these traumas and then blaming the women. Come on, like, let's do better. Come on. Like,
This is unreal. This is really, 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 really bad. And I'm so sorry that this happened to you. This woman also, the commenting also, the saying that I don't know if you see her comments, you know.
which one?
Keep looking, you will see the comments, you know, keep scrolling up. Oh my God, this happened to so many people. I'm so sorry that anyone that this happened to. You're not alone. Me, my born sister, my older sister, a man that married her before, the man ran away after when he caught her. That's from the when she caught him, he ran away. That's how the marriage finished, because he couldn't take the same. Caught him putting his finger to a child that is his own child. The child was 3 years old.
Imagine.
Okay, and the man is a family member of mine. The man, his mother, and my mother is the same mom and dad. The man is an uncle to us. Lot of these people like younger people. That's the truth. They love it. The essay is rampant in the community. Me, I've been through a lot of wrong underage marriages, but I've not been through essay like that. Like, in a way, like when I was young, people essay me. No. But as an adult, I've been through wrong marriages. And when I was young, I've been through wrong marriages. And when I was young, there was 3 occasions that people attempt to essay me. And one of them, I was like 18 years old, and the guy was a police officer in Gambia. And I went there to report a crime. And he took advantage of that and tried to essay me. I was lucky because of my mouth. I was talking, and it was late at night, and he doesn't want people to hear him. That's how he canceled the whole thing. But 2 times when I was young, the people attempt to essay me. Tempting. I saw a manhood when I was so young, before 10 years old. You saw a giant manhood from a man, because he's like, I'm telling you, look, or come give me this pot, and he's doing like this. You come and you see this, you know, yeah. So essay is rampant. I know it's all over the world. Some people that are sick. My last job here in the nursing home, I was working as a carer. One of the care worker, and she's from Scotland here. When I told her about my videos that I do, she asked me what you talk about. I said, oh, me, I do motivational comedy, and I do like activism for essay especially, or just to motivate women who've been through essay. And just, I also sell some product, like African product, clothes, and have blah, blah. I was telling her about my videos. The moment I talk about the essay, she just like stopped dropping ears, and she just froze. And I'm like, what happened? And she was crying and cuddled me and tell me that, keep talking about that. Me and my mom been through it. And she's Scottish, and she was young. She was like 20-something years. So it's rampant. It's not like only happen in Africa and stuff. No, it's just we have to focus. I think every country, the people of that country, especially the women, self-focus talking. But some women do it too. I know a Gambian man who women do it to him too in Gambia. Some women are very bad too, because apparently if it's 10 people that have been essay, 8 of them will either essay people or attempt to essay people. Recite proof. 10 out of 10, when it's every 10% that is essay, 8 of them will either essay people or have it in their mind to essay people before they die. They will attempt to do it. Either they attempt and have the attempt here and never act on it, or try to to do it. So essay is not a joke, and we should definitely take it very serious. And it's no need to be embarrassed about talking about it. But yeah, keep tapping and sharing. Yeah, but boys too, it happens to them. There was one of our neighbor that they have one little child who came from abroad, and the child was not abroad, sorry, came from the village to where they are. And the child, it's like those stubborn children that people give them another family member in Africa. If you're from Africa, you know what I'm talking about. Like, can you help me with my child? They're stubborn or something like this. Okay, so the child was there with the people, and the child was essaying the other young children. He was a little older than them. He was like 12, 12, 13, essaying the 6, 7-year-old little children. People caught him in the toilet. Can you believe that? The boys essaying the other boys, bending them down.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is just something that is passed down after. It's just a trauma just
So they do
passes
it to
down.
him. Obviously, that's how he knew it, and now he's doing it to the other children. This is very serious. It's no need to be embarrassed. People have to leave children alone, man or woman, leave children alone, give children school education, leave children alone, don't beat them, serious beating, don't essay them, don't do anything. Just leave them alone, teach them self-love, self-discipline, protect them from drug and addiction. That's it, and leave them alone so they can grow up and have a successful life. That's all, yeah? Nothing else. Keep tapping and sharing, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's passed down. I may add some men. Which men? Depending on who is coming. I'm not gonna add some idiotic men that is just gonna say idiotic talk. But if it's a normal, healthy person, they can come. But okay, keep going, keep tapping and sharing, guys. Okay, thank you very much. I am scared of them. You don't have to be scared of them. They're just human. It's not like they're all like that. You're funny. It's not like all of these men are like this. You don't have to be scared of them. Me, I'm not talking because I'm scared of men. Whatever the hell scared of men is. It's just they can attack me in real life. No, it's fine. They can't do you fuck all. Lot of them know what you're saying is the truth, and they're not gonna try to attack you. They know karma. They know karma is real. They know that they can attack you and then have an accident on the way and die or something, God forbid. They know karma, so they know what you're telling is the truth. They're not mad. They're just pretending like they're mad. So a lot of them are not that evil that they're gonna attack you in real life, but some are capable of that. But you'll be fine. Just be positive and do your work. Yeah. For me, I am, and nothing is gonna make me be like, oh, they're gonna attack me. I'm going. No. So never. Even if the president was telling me to not talk about this, I'll talk about it. Okay, guys, keep tapping and sharing. I don't even think of those nonsense. I just do my work, and that's it. We all cannot be thinking of that and watch the children suffering.
Right.
But yeah, when you're scared, you can't do this. Doesn't matter man or no. It's not like I don't have fear, but I don't get afraid of stupid stuff. For example, I can go for a walk in a dark, quiet place that people are scared to go, and I just go, and I don't care. I'm like that. I'm not like afraid of little things like that. I'm very positive. Don't see me like this. I'm very extremely positive. You don't know me. I'm very positive that it's unreal. Don't see me screaming for this madness to end.
They, as much as we want to say that we should stop talking about this, there's other women who are having bigger platforms who have way more to worry about than us that are literally just having a little platform, because they are in the spotlight more than we are. But at the same time, when we're talking about the pain and suffering that girls and boys are going through, I don't understand why is it that these are people who have been victims of the same things that these kids are going through. And I don't know what, sometimes I will say it's a mental thing. Once you're gone, you're gone. Once a person has got you mentally, there's no turning back. Like
Exactly.
the whole, what was it? The
For
child.
example, look at this person talking like a 5-year-old. What about if they do this? What about if they do this?
Imagine. That's the
I don't know
thing,
how
that they
old is this
have
person.
no
This person
knowledge.
could be even a man. This person could be a man behind this, but they're just talking to scare me. They want me to start thinking like that. Oh, what if they scalp me? What if the snake bite me? What if the ant bite me? Nyeh. Try something else. Okay, keep tapping and sharing, guys. Yes, don't forget the young boys. Yeah, the young boys. Yeah. There's one story that the young boy, yeah, the woman did it. Yeah. Some women do it to young boys. Very bad. Especially those young boys that have a African. Sometimes when people notice that, they can try to, yeah. Sometimes men come into my video explaining. One guy, he also does videos, but he doesn't do debate and talk video like this. He just normally posts small video for dancing and entertainment. He came to one of my live video one day, one Gambian guy. He's also living in abroad here somewhere. And I was talking about this on my other page, which I normally do live video more there, but now I'm gonna do more here. Because I'm gonna talk in English now. I'm tired of talking in my language for years, and they just bully me and insult me and tell me to get to hell. So I'm gonna talk in English now for other part of the world that is doing this to learn and to change. Yeah, not just for Gambia. Anyway, the man said that one lady that is from Senegal that was living in Gambia. He's the one, and the lady was like 30 or more than 30 years old, like a big woman with big children, and call him one day in the house and just be like, let's do this, and that's it. Let me teach you how to do this, and that's it. And he said he first did it with that woman. And he was young. He was not even 15, according to the story. So some women do it too. But it's more often, it's more for men. It's more men do it than women. So more men do it than women. Certain thing, more men do it than women. More women marry a man for a good life and comfortable life than men do it. And more men do essay all over the world than women do it. Certain things men do it more. And certain things women do it more. So more women marry a man for comfortable life, or just let me get this, or let me marry him so I can be comfortable, or so blah blah. Different culture, different reason, especially in the third world countries. But also more men cheat in their marriages than women. Well, for Gambia and Senegal at least. If you marry a wife that love you, I'm not saying like this type of man that want to marry a 13-year-old. That's not love. That's not marriage. Okay, that's just called child abuse. I don't consider that marriage. But if you marry somebody that the age is okay and the love is there, the woman cannot just jump and cheat. Not Gambia and Senegal women. They really will do that. Okay? The ones that cheat, they don't love you. So, and why they don't love you? You're too old, or they just don't love you, and you're marrying them because they're beautiful and young. But you know they don't love you. They shouldn't marry you, and you shouldn't marry them either.
Yeah. Don't
You
marry a
people
man
are not
because of
okay. What?
convenience.
How are we not okay?
Hey,
We
now,
are okay for promoting this. So guys, if you don't know what this topic is all about, keep tapping and sharing the video, guys, and support the video any way you can. As you can see, people like this, they always try to report the video, guys. So
even there's reports of men who are wanting to be with single moms, because this woman just reminded me of something, who are trying to date single moms to get access to their kids. So
oh yeah.
there's lots of ways men are trying to be the predators. They're not men. There are lots of way predators that are trying to get to kids, because there's a lot of awareness that parents are a bit more aware of what's going on, and how these people are trying to gain access to their kids. So if we're saying that single moms are not whatever, and you're just gonna come and use a single mom just to get access to her kids, don't worry, you'll meet the wrong single mom one day. That's why, mothers, if you are doing it alone, don't introduce your kids to no man. Like, even if you want to be with the man, don't introduce your kids. If you want them to see your kids, tell them meet you outside. We can go to the
Exactly.
park, play in the park. Don't come to the, nobody should sleep in your house when your kids. I had that nightmare because, obviously I'm a young mom. I didn't do the right thing, but at some point when I did have one partner at some point, I couldn't rest properly because it's like, oh, my daughter's in the other room, I'm in this room, and I don't want to fall asleep too deep, and I don't know. So all of these things. So I had to now learn that way, because sometimes you don't really think, but then once you start having those, because of what I've been through, and I don't want to miss those signs. I don't want to do anything that would, because I don't think I will forgive myself. So anybody that my daughter is around, it's always women, and it's always women who have kids and who stand for something, not women who are just like, yeah, I love kids, but they don't take actual pride in safeguarding your child when your child is with them. So it's like, I don't introduce my daughter to anybody, and my daughter is, it's like, I love the fact that she doesn't say hi to men, or she don't even bother with them. She gives them a high five. I like that. They don't get a hug. They don't get nothing. Whether you're a man or a woman, she don't even say hi to you. Unless you're around a bit more, she'll warm up to you a little bit. As long as she can see that her mother is comfortable and whoever is around her that she's used to is comfortable with that person, she'll be fine. She don't care if you're related to that person. If she don't know
Exactly.
you, she will not even give you no time of, she won't even enter the same room as you. That's how serious my 2-year-old is, and I love that for her, and I love her to, I want her to stay that way, to have those boundaries and forever have them, because even when I'm like that and I'm a bit more
You know,
strict now, men say, oh, you're masculine, you're too aggressive, you don't want to give a man a chance. I think you're using other things that you've gone through to push. No, you're not doing the right things. That's why I'm not giving you the time of day anymore. You're just doing everything that I'm trying to run away from.
exactly. Keep tapping and sharing the video, guys. You know what I want to say? After when I finished with my children dad a few years ago, there was a man that really wanted me, who is from here, and I wanted him, but he just couldn't stand my son, even though my son was so young, and he loved my daughter
Oh,
so much.
wow.
He loved my daughter so much, it's unreal, and he couldn't stand my son, and that fear is why I didn't want to marry him. It was one of the reasons why I ended the relationship. And I keep praying for this relationship to end peacefully, so I don't get blamed. So one day I was lucky, and he just from nowhere just started talking about how we were having discussion, and he kind of like he was the first person to mention about let's just leave it, and then immediately he regretted and keep talking about us continuing, and I'm like, let's just leave it. But he loved my daughter so much, and he hated my son. And my son is the younger brother, but it's less than 2 years between them. And my son was so young, like a 4-year-old. And my daughter was like just 5, 6, something like this.
See, those type of men is who you run from.
And
Okay.
he used to do everything for me. I met him within a couple of months. He opened a salon for me and everything. But me, I'm somebody that I don't look at money and just worship you. He was saying he want to buy me a car and that he's gonna get a mortgage for us to get married and moving. I meet all his family. He was serious about us, but I was just like,
He wasn't serious
the way
about
he hit my
including your
son was
son.
unreal.
Ha! No. I
The way he
applaud you
loved
for that,
my daughter
because some
was
women will
insane.
marry that man even though the man doesn't even love their kids. You can't just love one of my child and not all of my child. It's either you love all my kids or don't love me at all. Like,
Exactly.
you don't love me just because you love one of my child, because what's gonna happen, you're trying to create a problem here.
Yes, between the children.
You're trying to create division between two siblings, and then you're trying to create the same problem with the mother too, because you're not understanding that the trauma and the hurt that boy is going to go through, because he's going to think, oh, mommy, like, why not standing up for me, or mommy, why is this man, and there are women that will do these things to their kids. And that is just literally, women will get rid of their kids because the man don't want the kids. Me?
True.
You cannot make me get rid of my
So guys,
child.
I'll explain what the video is all about. For some of you that is asking what the video is all about. It's getting dark now, and this picture behind me is making the whole thing darker, but so you guys can see me. So guys, I am an activist, motivational speaker, and I also do some comedy video, but I don't normally do them here much. I do them on my wall of page more. But I'm known for this for 7 years of being an activist, doing activism for underage arranged marriage to stop, especially in Africa, Gambia and Senegal, but mainly in Gambia because I was arranged married before I was 10 years old to a man as old as this. So I do activism and videos about, and now I have an organization for this, but I've been talking about children to go to school so they don't grow up like how I grew up. Children to grow up without serious child beating. Children to grow up without essay, boy or girl, doesn't matter. And children to know their self-worth and self-dignity, so they can avoid addiction, unnecessary sex, and all these other consequences. So they can have a good, successful, decent life, boy or girls. That's what I campaign about for years. And it's very hard because the Gambian community, as much as Gambia is 2 million people, the smallest African country in the world, Gambia also is the most close-minded country, the most self-hate and neglecting yourself country in the world. Okay? Gambians have energy for dancing, eating, going to a party, buying skin bleaching, buying the longest wig ever, fighting over men that don't even want them. Gambians have energy for everything, energy for beating their children, energy for screaming, energy for everything, apart from energy to go to where you should put it, which is to protect yourself and your children. And say no to stuff that is not good for you, especially some sickening traditional stuff like this. So this man is one of our famous Imam that have a lot of Gambian are following him, especially the Mandinka people, because he's Mandinka. So he speaks in Mandinkas as well. He says that there will be no peace until people allow young people to get married as young as 13 and young people to be FGM. Because that is banned now in Gambia, although they're still doing it secretly, but it's banned now. He said that until the government normalizes it, there is no peace. And then he have this man that is working with him in the parliament so they can bring it back on the parliament. So they're going in the parliament on the 18th this month to vote, guys, for that to come back. That's this man. This man works in the parliament in Gambia and is working with that Imam that I just showed you so that they can bring this back to normal. They already managed to bring it back to the parliament, so they're going to go on the 18th of this month for voting. Voting for yes for this to come back. And these people have group of people behind them, women and men. Keep tapping and sharing. They manage to have a lot of people that they blackmail, especially women. Some are their wives, some are their family members, some are their own children. Because a lot of them will have a lot of wives and a lot of children. And a lot of family members. Because a lot of them come from a home that their father have 4 wives or more. Because they divorce some, even if they have children with them. For example, that Imam guy, people that knows him says that he divorced like 9 or 10 women already. And that he's married to a lot of women already right now. And that his wives are all over abroad here and all over the place. His children, sorry. Bless them. So those children, they just come from big family. Like, for example, my mom his dad used to have 4 wives. So his dad have a lot of children, even in Senegal. You see what I mean? That are the same father with my mom. So they're like that. A lot of them, their fathers have like a lot of wives and have a lot of children. So they spread around and they all agree to the same thing. It's just like the 2% that is awake. That is like, no, this 2% could be a man, a woman. Just like, no. No to this massive, crazy stuff that is damaging Africa, traumatizing us, which is the serious child beating, the essay, the lack of love and respect for women. No to that. It's just the 2% of Africans that are awake, especially in Gambia and Senegal. The rest, they're pick-me women that crawling behind this type of men who don't care about them. These men, most of the time when they marry, they're cheating and lying and behaving like you just nothing. Because you're doing like you're nothing yourself for agreeing with everything. Especially after they marry, after 5 years of marrying you or after 10 years of marrying you. Especially if you're the first wife. They're going to most likely be cheating and lying and neglecting your entire generation.
Yeah.
80% of the first wives of Africa, especially Gambia and Senegal, 80% of the first wives are suffering in the
Right.
marriage, or the marriage is finished.
That's
Because
true.
the man betrayed them, marrying somebody younger and betraying them.
I
They just
agree.
love young people in general. Nothing to do with the person is a virgin. They call a person that is a virgin a clean person. It's just me
Mm,
who started it. Nobody been there before. It's me.
mm.
It's me. I am the first person. They love that, but they
Yep.
don't love you. They only love the fact that they're the first person. After
Mm-hmm.
that, they treat you like a piece of shit 90% of the time. Keep
Yep.
tapping and sharing the video, guys.
That's true. And for the fact that they, let's talk a bit about the beatings, where we're thinking that it's okay to brutalize our children's skin. I mean, I've been through beatings, I tell you. I've had the wet cloth, I've had the wire, I've had the broom, I've had the slippers. You know, we've had all of those things. But when do we differentiate the difference between brutalizing your children and disciplining them? Because in black culture, we tend to think beating our children to the point where you can see blood is a way of discipline.
It's not.
It's not. Because I dislike, I really hate when a person hits me. I can't stand somebody hitting me because my skin has not been hit in a very long time, you know? So anybody that hits me, it just brings me back to the anger because I don't like to be hit. I've been hit enough. Even when I said I need love, I don't need tough love. We don't need tough love. We need love. Women need love, not kids need love, not beating them to the point where you think that that's the best way that they're going to listen. Because I tell you, my 2-year-old, I'm not gonna lie, I did spank her one time, and I didn't like it because I saw what it did to her. It made her scared. Like every time I would come, that's where she gets scared because she thinks I'm gonna hit her. At some
Oh,
point, I didn't like it because I'm like, oh, I'm scaring my child. I'm instead of, using, because that's how I grew up. I grew up with the first thing is to hit, but she's
yeah.
a child. I will have to have the patience. I will be drained. I will have a headache from telling her 1,000 times not to do the same thing. But I would rather do that than have her be scared of me every time, because I know she might not do it when I raise my hand, but at the same time, guess what? She's still gonna do it. So how many times am I gonna spank her for doing the same thing? Because she's gonna do it. And I've seen her do it so
Exactly.
many times. So I'm like, so me spanking you, there's no point. You're a child and you don't know what you're doing. You're just growing. So I have to learn to put that behind me, that spanking is not, it's not for a 2-year-old. It's not for no child. I don't even want to call it spanking, but yeah. We all make mistakes, and we are all learning, and
Exactly. But they don't want to learn from their
they
mistake. They
don't
don't
want
want to
to
stop the
learn.
mistake.
And people say, oh, it's an abuse. No, I'm learning from not wanting to spank. But will I spank my child when she gets a little bit older? Damn right I will, depending on what it is. I'm not going to spank you for just little silly things. When you do certain things that is a danger, I've spoken to
Don't
you
worry, you
about
can
it.
still deal with them without spanking them, sweetheart, darling. If you want, I'll do videos for that. I brought up my
Sure,
children
fair
here.
enough. Fair
I
enough.
have teenagers. My daughter is 17 just last month, and my son is 15. And if you want, I can do videos on teaching you how I deal with them when they do wrong thing. And you
Fair
can try
enough.
that, and that even work better than the beating.
You know what? Fair enough, because I would want to not generalize spanking or even hitting, because we shouldn't have to hit a person for them to understand. It's like saying when they go out into the world, if you don't understand something, somebody should hit you and then maybe you'll get it. It doesn't work that way, because I'm learning from me as my own self, how I was growing up and what I didn't like. I don't like shouting. I hate people shouting because they think that's the best way to like express, to get something through to you. Like, no, that's not how you communicate. Like, you can't shout at me and expect me to, know what you're saying. I'm gonna blank out. So we have to, like, remove the way our parents were parenting us and try to learn different ways and stop saying we're doing the white man's thing, the white man. No, the way these people are teaching us how to be at least good parents is by listening and understanding. But it's not taken away from you being a understanding parent. And this is the problem we've had all the time. We don't talk about sex. We don't give our children sex education. I never got sex education in school. I mean, I did, but it wasn't in depth. It wasn't in depth. So I've heard kids come to school talking about their parents' sex life and and all these different things. So it all starts from our parents. And if our parents haven't been taught, then they don't know what to teach us. But there are resources that we can reach out depending on where you live. You know, there's resources that we can reach out to or learn from another person within your community that is doing different than what you're used to seeing. You know, there's always people around that you can learn from. I'm learning from an auntie who is older than me. She's got 5 kids, and Mitch is that she's got 5 girls. So that's even good for me because I was scared of bringing up a little girl into this world. I still am. I'm still scared, but you know, I'm just gonna try to have good people around her while still teaching her about, you know, when she gets to a certain age, you know, I'm gonna learn a few more things. She's still young, I still got time. So mothers should just, you know, you're doing great. No, I'm not bashing moms. You're doing great, whether you're a single mom, whether you're a 2-parent household, we are all doing great. But our parents weren't great to us. That's all I'm gonna say.
But
My
that's
parents
just,
weren't great to me.
isn't that a generalization, Blossom? Come on.
What's that? What?
You can't say that our parents wasn't good for us. You know what I
I
mean?
said
Like
some of the
everybody's
parents that weren't good for us. Like
right.
my parents, I said some of the parents. It's like some. That's what I'm saying. If you have a parent who has been through stuff, who's not trying to teach you different when they are your parent now, that is still passing down things, is
Yeah,
it not?
but there's also, obviously everybody's got different experiences. We all come from different backgrounds, right? And there is a lot that we can learn, depending on where you come from, yeah? The kind of family you come from and stuff like that. I mean, I learned a lot from my elders. I was born in Britain. I've had like 5 generations of family here, right? So my family came with Windrush, even though I never heard them ever mention Windrush. This is a new thing, yeah? But they came in the 50s. So a lot of my family came from Jamaica in the 50s. Okay, so I was privileged in the sense of my parents were young, but I had my extended family. So I knew all my grandparents and I was able to have a certain amount of grounding and stuff. Fast
Yeah.
tracking today, I'm a mother. I've got 5 children. I've got 8 grandchildren, right? I've worked in education and stuff like that in the community and stuff, right? So we come from various places. And one thing
Don't
about
forget, guys.
parenthood,
Sister Sophia, please, guys, don't forget. So this topic is about this guy here who is working in the parliament in Gambia, and he's
mm,
working with this imam for underage marriage and FGM to come back to the parliament and people to debate, which they managed to do. So people are going to be debating on the 15th of this month for FGM to continue on underage marriage. This is the
so
imam.
isn't like on left and right, isn't he like an extremist in the sense of this bill should be buried, isn't it? Because it's already law. We already had the debates in the noughties, right?
Exactly.
To bring in FGM, right? The population had all the different debates and everything at the time. School children protesting, right across West Africa. Like you've got countries like Cameroon, for example, the men had big protests saying, not in my name, when the men were educated about what was going to happen to their daughters, for example, right? And they understood what went into it because a lot of the time it's saying because men want it. I know this man's come out and said he wants it, but there are some men, their children might be whipped away from their mother-in-law. They come back and they've had the procedure done and nobody told them about it. It's already done. It was like women's business. So, as we heard the brother earlier on, and he was saying, so he was in support of the work that you've been doing and everything.
What do you think about the fact that Gambia right now, the Gambians are watching, a lot of them are supporting, but some are against it too.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are supporting this man, Imam Fati, managed to bring the issue of underage marriage and FGM back to the parliament with that man that the picture was here for. His picture was here not long ago. They managed to bring this back to parliament for people to be given opportunity to vote yes or no, for girls to get married at 13 and for girls to be FGM. What do you think about the fact that these people have the gut to even bring that back to the parliament, and the parliament people have got to even bring this issue back and give people opportunity of voting yes or no, knowing fully well that this community have bunch of people that don't love themselves, they are their own enemy, and they have energy for dancing and eating and gossiping and doing all the horrible stuff, energy for having sex with the wrong people, energy for gossiping, energy for skin bleaching, energy for the longest wig, energy for the most expensive dress and pair of shoes, energy for going to every show, but they'll never have energy for something that serves us, which is why they think I am crazy that I'm putting too much energy on this all these years. Okay, they call me crazy for doing videos for hours talking about this. Okay, I'm not in Gambia right now to go for to do campaign right now. I don't have ticket money to go in the next plane right now and do campaign. Okay, but the Gambians there, I'm trying to talk to my niece if they can go outside and campaign. But just look at the video, for example. Look at the video, how the Gambians are not in this video. They're on the TikTok looking for a video that is insulting women. When the Gambians are not happy because they're too traumatized, Gambia and Senegal and just Africans in general on the TikTok or any platform. So that's why you see them, because of the pain and torture and essay and injustice that the children been through, especially women. So right now they're looking, right now there's videos on of Senegalese or Gambians, and these videos are going to be people insulting people mother. When they're having a beef, when they're not happy, they always go for the mother. They always, for example, they will be like, I'm going to put my hand in your mother's V, I'm going to chop it, I'm going to cut it, I'm going to eat it, your mother's this, your father's this, and they even put the person mother's picture, the person children picture, the person husband and grandmother's pictures, or everything, they put it at the back, saying, I'm going to put this whole building in your mother's V. Your mother was a whore. Your father pregnanted your mom when she was a whore on the market. She was selling herself on the street for £1. This is how they argue, because this is how they hate women. So they always have to disrespect the woman, the older woman that has nothing to do with the problem you have with her child. And the Gambians will be watching 10,000 view, 20,000 view, 5,000 view, 2,000 view for this kind of thing. They have a lot of people that are known for this type of videos on this TikTok, and most of them are men from Gambia and Senegal, but especially Senegal. And you see a lot of women that are Gambian Senegalese watching, and the men. But when you put a video on like this and talking, why this man saying that a 13-year-old should get married or there will be no peace? Why this man saying that little girls should be FGM or there will be no peace? You see nobody. You see, so what do you think about the fact that us African women are our own enemy? Not just we bleach our skin to run away from our dark skin. That's just the fact that we cannot hide how much we hate ourselves. We have to show you it outside. The hate inside is worse, bleaching or not. What do you think about the fact that we are programmed to be our own enemy? And a lot of people agree to that and surrender to that and operating like that and will never change, even when they live abroad here. They will not support any video that is supporting them, but they will support a video that is bringing their dignity zero, insulting them, treating young men, teaching young men how to disrespect women, knowing fully well that we're not lacking that. We're not lacking disrespecting women. But they only put their energy on those videos. Now, this man on the 18th, they're going to go and vote. Most likely, they might vote yes, most likely. I don't know if they vote yes, they'll agree, but I think they will vote yes. Why? Because when he was on the street protesting for this, a lot of people were behind him. And there was nobody protesting saying no. And Gambia have a lot of organizations that are so-called fighting for FGM to stop, so-called fighting for underage marriage to stop. And they're in Gambia.
So what
right
happened
now
to
for
those
hospital. And
activists
their
then?
organizations are very old. Me, my organization is just registered in November. I don't have no donation yet, no sponsors, fuck all. I don't even know the game yet. And a lot of Gambian and Senegalese hate me because I talk about this kind of thing. So they definitely will not support me. It's like the 1% that will support my organization. But the organizations that are in Gambia for years, they're successful. Some are working with UN even.
Yeah.
Where are they? They're not campaigning on the street. This man, his videos are coming out and his pictures, him and his group of people, lot of little hijabi girls and other big women with a hijab following him, and some men on the street saying yes to FGM, yes to underage marriage.
The other thing, what I wanted to know as well, to do with the FGM, where it comes to babies, how many Gambian women die in childbirth unnecessarily?
All the time.
All the time.
Right.
And
Now,
he's
a
not
lot of that
campaigning for
is
that.
linked to FGM.
Yeah, a lot of doctors say so, yeah.
Yeah, those are the kind of videos they need to be showing as well,
He
right?
said
Because
that's a
they're
lie.
responsible for
He
them
said that those videos,
children
that what the
dying.
doctor says is a lie, and that FGM is
Well,
going to make
his
the woman
doctor
have a
is a
healthy
quack.
body.
He's not a
He said
proper
FGM is going to
doctor.
make the woman to have a nice, healthy, comfortable body.
Listen,
Exactly.
his
A
his
doctor is
his
a lie.
information is fake, right? Because there's no doctor that is a genuine doctor is going to basically advise a woman to have FGM
He
And
because
go
of
said
the
to childbirth.
complications of
He
birth.
said, he said a doctor called Dr. Samate told him that women, when they come to his hospital to give birth and they're not FGM, they're crying their lungs because their vagina never experienced pain before. So the FGM is going to make the vagina to know what pain is. So when you give him birth, you don't cry.
What kind of rubbish is that? You can tell he's never given birth, innit?
He said so many crazy stuff.
That's
That's just some of the things that he
foolishness.
said. He said
Do
The
some
they
things
fact
that
that
he
she
realize?
had her clitoris, right? And all her bits, then that lubrication helps the baby's head to slide out.
Thank
exactly.
What do
you.
you think it's for? It's not just about sexy organ. It's not just for men.
It's
What's
for
the
the
matter with
protection
Exactly.
them?
of the baby as well.
Exactly.
So that's why when women have natural birth, they tend to have a quick recovery from women who will have like a C-section or something. Because I
I
had a
had I had
C-section.
5 of mine naturally.
Now
I
let's
had a
see. There's one guy
C-section.
here.
Oh,
Let's see if this is one of his soldiers. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, what do you have to
how
say
are
about
you?
the topic?
Afternoon.
Huh? He's off. He must be one of his soldiers.
Maybe his internet is bad.
And
Maybe
maybe,
technically,
and
but
the other
maybe he's
thing,
one of his
maybe it's
soldiers.
that reproduction whole kind of thing. You know, like getting the information. Not everybody knows what a vagina is for. Do you understand what I mean? It seems that's
True.
what's missing. You know, it's
Yeah.
probably the basic thing being overlooked. Fair enough. And they need to get that information for somewhere so they can understand it. Obviously, if a woman's had FGM, she hasn't got those organs now. She hasn't got that. All right. Um, Over here, there's women that have had FGM and they can get repaired. All right. Um, but it's like just having more education about dealing with
Do you
it.
hear this? Do you hear this person? This is one of his soldiers. This person that called Lasana Toure. Yeah, this is a typical Mandinka name. He said that a prostitute woman should come to Gambia and you prostitute woman come to Gambia and campaign. He said I'm a prostitute for saying this. They call everyone prostitute whenever you're against the fact that they're pedophile, their pedophile behavior. When you're against it, then you are a prostitute yourself.
Well, it
Them that is
seems like, well,
promoting
reverse
pedophile
that. I would
behavior,
say
they're not
you're a
pedophile.
prostitute for advocating all of this. You're perverse. All right. You need to go and see a shrink, get your head sorted out, because a grown man shouldn't be attracted to little girls.
Shouldn't be
They
All
say that
attracted
when
to a
right.
you're a prostitute
child.
for talking like this, you become a prostitute. Them
What?
that saying
Little
people should
boys,
get
they
married at
shouldn't
13,
be
they're not
into
pedophile.
them. They shouldn't be into them. It's just disgusting. You know, Gambia came forward and got rid of FG, you know, stopped it, stopped the mutilation going on, and you guys want to see children tortured again. And it
For the
goes, and more babies being killed, further generations
say
suffering.
unalived
You're,
Sophie.
huh?
Use on a
Say
live, yeah.
unalive.
TikTok don't like certain word.
Yeah, because you know TikTok is a bit sensitive.
Oh, sorry, unalive.
They always block my videos for certain words when I'm
Sorry,
angry
darling, I
with them.
didn't know that.
No, that's
Unalive.
all right. It's normal. It's normal. It's all
That's
right.
fine.
But
Or deleted. You want to see people deleted for no reason.
Yeah, or
this is
just
what
unalive or getting
I
rid
think
or something.
Facebook and Instagram is like the best place to like have these type of discussions without being flocked. But I don't know. I haven't been on Instagram Live or Facebook before.
All right. I
So,
hardly do Instagram live. I have Instagram, but I hardly do live there ever.
but I think Instagram is one of the good ones now because people tend to go over to Instagram a bit more because I think obviously because of TikTok's rules and whatever and certain
All
things.
right, I will go there.
So,
I'll do
I'll
everything.
keep that in mind.
so just try different platforms that will be able to allow you to, and people will follow you. They put it in your TikTok bio so that, they can come over there so
Okay.
that they don't have no problems.
Okay. Oh, because the things I want to tell these people, I'll go there.
When I start running my own campaign for my own country, I don't know what is going to happen, but we shall see. My own campaign is mostly for the essay of women within families and stuff like that, and just educating girls on sex ed and stuff like that because I didn't grow up with it. My dad just said to me, "Oh, I want you to have sex with a guy." Well, he said men only want to use you for sex, but he didn't say it in the most nicest way. That's not a sex education. So I'm thankful I didn't get pregnant young, but there are some young women who really and truly need guidance. I still need guidance. I'm 27 and I tell you I'm learning a lot of things the older I get. I had my daughter and that's where I start to really understand womanhood, really understand certain things that as a woman you go through. And when it comes to being with somebody, you would hope that they would understand because men don't have the empathy. Well, what do they say? Women are quite emotional. That's what they say. Um, they say we're quite emotional and we're always complaining.
But don't mind them because we suffer the most and we shouldn't be
We do
suffering
suffer the
incessantly.
most. I even found out that they used to the chainsaw they invented was what they used to give women C-sections, and I mentioned this to men. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sophie. Obviously, because you're older than me, you might. But I saw it. I saw it on a documentary where they said they created the first chainsaw, which was created to what's it called to give birth, and they used a black woman to use that experiment on.
The
So
C-section, sorry to cut you, the
yeah, now go on.
C-section
Yeah,
came from Africa originally, and I
yeah.
don't think they were using chainsaws there. That just seems something sadistic from another part of the world.
It was actually in America. I think it was in
Yeah,
the
well, it
western
sounded
part
a
of
bit
the
like
world.
that, but
Yeah,
I didn't want to presume.
yeah.
But the fact is, it did come from Africa. It was when Africans went to America, they introduced it there, but it wasn't with chainsaws. A lot of things, they don't cite their research. What's the source of that information, if you get what I'm saying? That's how a lot of fake news comes about.
True. And that's the thing with the internet. I think I did go up and read it up actually. I did read up about the first chainsaw, and that's when it was something to do with breaking the pelvis, not to have a C-section. It was to do with breaking the pelvis bone to allow the baby to come out.
Oh,
It was like really back in the days though. This was like the 18th centuries, those times when they were experimenting how to when the whole medical things were coming around.
well, that's why they did it. They put a chainsaw on a black woman
That's what they did. That was
because
who they
because at the end of
experimented
the
on.
day, they didn't see her as a human being.
They didn't, and a lot
We've
of
been through
things
enough. They can't continue to do this.
medically they use black women because they think we don't feel pain, and
I know.
that's the
I
annoying
know.
part
I'm
about
aware
it.
of that.
How
Yeah.
you think we don't feel pain? Are we not human beings?
Racism in scientists, but it's gonna end. People
I
Yeah.
like
hope
my daughter,
so.
she's gonna become medical science, and other children are coming science. More black scientists now, so
That's what
it's
I'm
gonna
Oh,
end.
yeah,
pushing my
that's right.
daughter to do. I want my daughter to be
It's
something
gonna
that's
end.
going to change the world and not something that is going to just don't be no sitting at the desk. I want my daughter to be a change in the world. I know it's going to be scary, but at least you're making a change. And I'm about that. I'm about change. And I hope my daughter will, find me as
She
one of
will.
her inspirations generation and want to make change too, because it's sad that, you know, you have to hear it, girls always talking about, I can't do this because of what I've been through. I can't be a certain way because of what I've been through. And I'll make myself an example. Sometimes I don't even want to be in this world. I'm not going to lie to you, because it's like being a woman. I don't know what I'm going to run into, you know? And I stay at home a lot because it's better that way. I mean, I live in London, but at the same time, I've never been harassed before until I went to the more busy part of London, which is like Leicester Square and, you know, Oxford. I've never been harassed until I went to those sides. I never understood what the girl
You'll
was
be fine.
talking
Don't live
about.
in fear like that,
No,
sweetheart,
no,
darling.
no,
You'll
I'm
be
not.
fine.
I'm learning not to now, but it's a lot of things that I'm experiencing because I locked myself away just because I felt as though that's the best protection, you know? But it doesn't really protect you, because once you go out and experience it, it just kind of gives you a bit more of a, is this what this is what the world is really like? Which I know it is, but to experience it yourself, it's a different feeling, you know? So,
You'll be
Well,
fine. Don't live in fear, sweetheart, darling.
I'm trying. It's a work. It's a day by day work. It's a day by day healing. It's not a 1 day process, but we are strong. Not all the time, but we are strong in sometimes when we need to be. When we need to be, we are
Truly.
strong.
all five of my children have been to uni.
Nice.
Three of my girls, two, you know, like at the top of their game, like in education and health. And I have a son that is in leader position in academy. So
Oh, that's amazing.
at the end
Are
of
they
the
all in the
day,
UK here?
pardon?
Are they all in the UK here?
Yeah, yeah. The thing is, because you know, when it came to university, I had family that had been to university. It wasn't we've all been to university. I went to university when I had five children, and the youngest was 6 months old.
Oh.
Yeah, that
Wow.
time I
Were
was
you
married to
married?
a Senegalese man.
Were you married?
Yeah, to
Oh, she was
Senegalese at the
married to a
time.
Sinhalese man, Naomi.
That my youngest boys, my youngest children are.
So their dad is Senegalese.
Yeah, yeah, but I had enough fight where that was concerned. I understand what you're
Oh.
talking about, you know, because I've experienced that with like extended family and being, you know, married, and that was within the Fuller culture. I've married two
Mm.
Fullers. I'm divorced now, but yeah, I understand about the intricacies of the society and stuff like that. But nevertheless, and obviously, if you do speak out, it is difficult. But I think women just have to find their will. You
Yeah,
know, everybody's got will,
right.
and it's basically, you know, and we've all got intuition. We know when something's, you know, it's your instinctively wrong. You know it, you feel it in your gut.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody can say it's right, but you've got the feeling. And more time, when you've got the feeling, you ignore the feeling. You say, oh, why did I do this? Or why didn't I do that? I knew that was going to happen because I felt it. Do you understand what I mean? It's like tuning in with yourself. And it's fine about finding value. You are something, you are enough. So what if the man doesn't want you because of whatever? You're still going to live. He's only telling you that nobody else doesn't want you to make you feel insecure about yourself.
Right.
But if you ignore that and continue with what is right for you, then you'll find out further down the line what he was saying, he was a liar.
Exactly.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? He doesn't know what the future holds for you. He's not God. What does he know? You know
Exactly.
what I mean? And it's being
I
able
really
to,
appreciate this, but I'm gonna have to go soon, guys, because it's 5 o'clock now, and
yeah, the day's going. But it's been very interesting anyway.
Mhm.
And
But we're gonna
I
continue
just
this
hope that,
topic.
you know, the Gambian women just find resolve
Mhm.
and
Come
stick to their
together.
guns in the sense of, you know, we don't want to go backwards. Do you know what I
Exactly.
mean? We don't want more
Yeah.
sisters dying unnecessarily, children suffering unnecessarily. We want to improve their lives, not make it worse.
Not for the sake of
Exactly.
religion. Right.
Oh, somebody's
Right.
ego. It's not even religious, it's ego. Somebody's ego. They think they know
Mhm.
best for everybody and they want to do what they used to do. It's their fantasy and they want it reenacted. But it's women and
It's just they're
children's
using the religion to
reality.
do it. Because they will say
They
things
use
like,
the
this is
religion to
sunnah. For
justify it.
example, this man say that it's sunnah to FGM girls and that the Quran age to get married is 13 and people should get married at 13.
Hmm.
Oh, where did they say that? Didn't
Yeah, it was in the
what?
comments.
Yeah, but
Even
did
the guy came up.
sorry, one of the prophet's wives wasn't she an older woman? She wasn't 13, was she?
Yeah, the first wife he married to was like 15 years or 20 years older than him.
What about the second one? Oh yeah, the
It's
first
Isa
one.
that was the young one, but the first one
Okay,
was like 15 or 20 years older than him.
yeah. So that doesn't. If that's his first wife,
They don't like to copy that. They like to copy the young wife part.
well, it depends on
Imagine.
what they're doing.
They
It
love the
depends on
young wife part.
That's why I
what
Most
they
said
people
want
they
to
that get
get
pick and
married
married
don't love the
for.
older
choose.
wife part.
They pick and
They
choose
hate
in
older women,
religion what they
90%
want
of them.
to follow.
90% of Muslim men, especially African Muslim men, hate older women.
Yep. They want the younger one because of what? Ha.
I think it depends on what they're getting married for.
Yeah,
That will
but
go out the
90%
window
of them.
if they've got opportunity to go somewhere and they need an older woman to deal with it. They have wives for different reasons, some men do, not
Yeah,
all.
if they
That's
want
true.
older woman just to come
Nonsense.
to UK or something, that's different. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
saying
yeah.
that.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
They still hate the older woman, but then they will just use her. That's not marriage. I'm talking about real marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Crazy.
Anyway,
That's why I
thank
will
you
not
very
get
much, guys.
married. I will not get married. They say, why won't you get married? I said, because there's no good man. I haven't found a good man yet. They say,
There
like,
is
is
good
it your
men. You will
fault?
find a
They
good
will
man.
say it's
There are
my
good men
fault.
in the
Listen, there's
world.
some Gambian men that are good. Don't be
There
afraid.
are
There's
good
some
Yes,
men
Gambian
around.
Senegalese
really.
men
There
that
are
are
good
good.
men around.
There
There
are
are
some
good
that
men
are good.
around.
It's just that it's not many. Yeah, but especially the
Yes.
young generation, some of them are very good. And even some my age
Right.
and little bit older than me, they're very good. I saw them, yeah. They
Mm-hmm.
don't cheat, they don't lie, just love their wife. The type of
Mm-hmm.
husband that I can keep. I saw them, but it's not many. It's like the 2%.
Hmm.
But you can
2%.
find it. So don't worry. If you want that, you can find a good man. Just don't worry.
I mean, focus on self anyway.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Focus on
That's how
being
I was brought up
happy
anyway.
in yourself, and then you will attract, like,
Mm-hmm.
birds of a feather stick together, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Don't
a
think
lot of
about
that
it. Just
rests
go with
within
the flow. It will
ourselves.
happen when it meant to happen.
That's right.
I'm not big on marriage, so I'm not gonna force them.
I'm not big on marriage.
I'm really not big on marriage.
Very
I
UK
believe
kind
in
of a way
just
of talking.
partnership. I believe in just getting together with somebody, but if we're gonna create kids, maybe getting married would be the best thing. But
Very
I run
UK,
away from
very English,
marriage. I
very
can
Definitely
see
not.
UK way of talking. I'm not big on this. Oh my God. You know me, I'm very African. My English are just I don't use certain word like I'm not big on this.
I'm not, you
Well,
know what, when
I
I say
forget
I'm
if
not
I
big
can
on
use that
marriage,
word.
I'm not like, oh, if I don't get married, I'm going to be upset about it. But the whole trying to have kids, I don't want any more kids. So probably that's why I said I'm not really big on marriage, because I feel like when people talk about marriage, it's more about creating a family and creating this. Because then they say, well, if you don't want to get married, then so if you don't want to have any more kids, why do you want to get married then? So I might as well remove the
And some
marriage.
of them, what some of them will say, especially the wicked ones, they'll be like, I'm not raising someone else's children and you're not going to give me
And
any
yet,
children.
bastard children. That's what they call it. Bastard children. You call my child a
The evil
bastard,
ones
it's
will talk
ruined
like
me.
that, but a nice man will never talk like that.
no.
They call it. I don't know why people say bastard kids. I don't understand why is it a bastard,
Lot of
because
people
the
that are
woman had it
focusing
out
on
of wedlock.
bastard or non-bastard kids, they're bastard themselves.
That's what I'm not understanding. Why give a child a name when they didn't even choose to be in the world? Like, that's not fair. Why are we calling them names because the mother is not married? I mean, come on.
Exactly. They're just rude and idiotic and like to bully people.
We
they
don't
probably
even
Lot of
don't
know.
them are
want to put
bastard
children
themselves because
outside
their
of
fathers, lot
wedlock
of them,
too.
their fathers are having sex outside of marriage anyway. So if having sex outside of marriage is what create bastard, then their father is a bastard creator anyway. So
Mm-hmm. Right, garbage girl.
don't mind
Yeah.
them. But anyway, don't mind them.
Well, I think the message has got through. Obviously, you're going to have people coming in and trying to disrupt it,
Of
but
course.
we want to stop FGM.
We want to FGM.
Keep
And
it
underage
as it
marriage.
is already, and yeah, and all of
And
what you've
the
been talking
severe
about,
child beating, the severe
all
beating
of
of
it.
children. These three.
Yeah,
To give the children school education.
yes,
Yep.
definitely.
Kids need to be educated so that they can understand the basic need of just having an education, so that they can at least feel as though they have some purpose on this earth, not just to come into this world to
And they also
go
need a
through
future to
pain.
know that there's a future there
Yeah,
because
yeah.
there are children that have been educated, but
Mm-hmm.
they will go into a boat that is
Mm-hmm.
not even seaworthy because they want a better life.
Right.
And they need to be encouraged to stay at home and build up the country
Thank
and
you.
profit
Yeah,
from the development
that's
as
right.
well. So they need to basically
Can I
start
just say
investing
something
in
about the
women.
boat? I have a lot of family members that passed through it and they didn't make it. It's not
Right.
like they're just doing it because they want a better life. It's because they don't love themselves enough to protect themselves.
That's it.
Wow.
So because they're programmed to be beaten and tortured and look at them like
That's it.
they're piece of nothing, like this thing that I'm fighting for, it can make the
Yes,
person not to know their self-worth and their self-value because
that's
you treat
right.
them like they're worth nothing when they're young. So
Yes,
now they cannot just grow up and finally know how, what they're worth.
that's
It's a
right.
journey and a technique that is not easy to learn, especially when you are from Gambia, Senegal, and Africa in general, I think. So they just don't know their worth. That's why they're risking it for a basket.
And that's why they
Gambia
should
is bad. Africa
regulate.
in general is bad and poor. But for Gambia and Senegal, which I know most, it's not as bad as they have to be unalive they have to unalive themselves just to have a better life. It's not that bad at all. Yeah, they just don't have patience because they're not been trained to have patience because of
Mm,
the beating and stuff. And listen to me now, or you're finished, that kind of a thing. So
mm,
it teach the person to not have patience, like they have to get what they want now because that's what
mm.
you're teaching them. And
Yeah,
you teach them to get used to violence and pain. And
yeah,
they get to a point that they're like, I don't care if I die or not, I don't care. So
yeah.
that's why every little thing they start in themselves, each other, and just going crazy and just not knowing their worth. And
Yes.
it's too much, even alcohol and drug and addiction and all of this, because they don't know their worth, so they cannot protect themselves. They cannot be like, I say, should I not, why should I smoke this, or why should I start this, or why should I do this, or why should I steal this, or why should I fight with this person and stabbing each other, because they don't know their worth. They're just doing whatever, just like, I don't care. So
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah, so it's not like poverty. A lot of people are making millions in Africa. Even me, if I
Yep.
know what I know now, I'll not be
Mm,
here.
I'm
mm,
telling
But
you. So I'm
even
telling
me, I
you.
came here with marrying somebody that I shouldn't marry if I know what I know now. The
Right.
person
mm,
that I married that brought me here can never remarry me again now, even if he
mm,
pay me £1 million, because
Right.
I
mm,
have that self worth, self
mm,
dignity, self value that I learned here,
mm,
that I didn't know then. Because
mm,
when I was before I was 10, they under arranged married me with someone as old as this
mm,
before I was 10.
Yeah.
mm,
So how will I know my value? How will
mm,
I know who to marry and who to not marry?
mm,
So I grew up not knowing my worth until it lead me to so many wrong marriages,
That's
including
right.
marrying the person that brought me here. And
mm,
because of that thing that was happening to me is what's happening to them. That's what
mm.
leading them to go on the boat. And it's not
Yeah,
poverty. Poverty is there, but it's not that poor. They can definitely make a life there.
yeah,
I was
definitely. Yeah.
making
They
a
just
life
need
there
the
before I came here.
resources and
I
help.
have my land in Gambia where my family is living that I
Mm.
bought before I came here through walking,
Mm-hmm,
breeding.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
still do braiding. A
mm-hmm,
lot of them cannot even do braiding or just think it's nothing and just in a hurry and just killing themselves because they don't have self-value. So
Mm.
mm-hmm.
Mm.
And
And a
that's
lot.
what they need to focus on,
Yeah.
making them be aware of their value. So
And
when
just
it
know
comes to
that they're worth it.
regulation, I was saying about the regulation of the daras and stuff like that, they have to be learning life skills in those
Right.
places.
Right.
Not just enriching somebody,
Mm.
you know? So that's again down to government, right? And the communities, obviously.
Of
But,
course. It starts from the
to,
community
yeah,
first.
because Africa on the whole's got the majority of young people, the most young people, it's got the, what is it, the biggest youth population on the planet.
That's true. That's
So
true.
that's a
Thank you.
reward, and they need to value themselves. And it's
Not
that's
just
government's job to put into place
that's true.
things for them to do.
Toro. Thank you
You
so
That's
much.
know?
true.
I really
And
appreciate
having
all of
more
you guys'
educational
comments.
systems and encouraging parents to at least let their kids have more knowledge, if that means having to build more centers and have kids at least get educated. I know, like in Africa and in the Caribbean, in third world countries, we are rich. We have money, but it's always up to the government and what they do with the money. We can fight and fight and fight, but we also have to vote for the right people, which is always rigged, because there's always someone in the government who wants to scam their way into being president. And I just think I I don't know how we're going to get there, but we
Okay,
are
can I
going
just
to
say
get
something
there,
about
because
that?
it starts with the
Let me say
government.
something about that. And I'm gonna go soon, guys, because I've been here long enough.
Yeah.
I've not. I
That's
can't
right.
remember.
So
I can't remember if I ever did a live as long as today. It's like almost today the whole day I've been here, but it's all good.
it's draining
Um,
sometimes, I tell you.
yes. What was I'm saying? The real work, the real change is not about changing government. It's about what I'm doing now, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what a lot of us don't want to do. The real change is for us to stop creating government that is corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
We are the one that creating the corrupt
Right.
people, government or not. Because
Mm-hmm.
we are the one that bringing people
That's
up
true.
like this thing, like this man now who's
Mm-hmm.
working in the Gambian parliament and working with the Imam who his picture was here just now. They're working together to bring back underage marriage and FGM for girls in Gambia.
So what are the other NAMs saying?
The other man is the Imam. This
No,
man he
I
worked
mean
in
the
the
National
this man he
Assembly
worked.
members. What are the others? I know we can see this man, but there's other NAMs. What are the other NAMs saying? How
What?
many other NAMs are in favor of reintroducing FGM? Is it just this guy here?
No, a lot of them.
It's a whole
But some
group
are
of
also
them.
saying no. Some are also saying no. So they're gonna vote this month on the 18th.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's
I
more
can't
yes,
wait for it.
apparently it's gonna come back to normal, that you're not gonna be arrested for doing it. Keep tapping and sharing,
Eh?
guys.
Wow. If they
It's
really,
even
really
telling me
take that law away.
encourage your viewers to tap and share the video and share it with their friends. But I have to go anyway, but you have to
All
support the
right,
video.
I mean
It's not
that's
good when you just watch, because a lot of the Gambians get so angry when I'm talking like this. And whenever there's a current affairs about SA in Senegal as well, or something horrible about women and children, when I'm talking about it, they also get so angry. Especially when I'm speaking in English. They always report in the video, they say that I want the rest of the world to think that we are bad country. I am spoiling the children, the country name, sorry. No one is spoiling the country name. The country, this type of people spoiling the country name. For example, that Imam, he have a lot of interview. He does videos himself. He's campaigning on the street, even have his group of people. He have a lot of soldiers at that are like his little soldiers, because he teaches people Quran for years. A lot of people learn Quran from him. And those people now, some of them are men that married with children. Some are like 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds. And even some of them were in the video earlier on. And whenever you talk about him, they will block you. No, they will not even block you. They will follow you everywhere you go and keep reporting your video. And they will make videos for you, insulting your mother, your father, your children, calling you a whore, calling all your children bastard,
That's
your mother and your
crazy.
father, they call everybody bastard, horse. It call every kind of bad name for you in a video. They'll do video like this, and the whole video will be insulting you, cursing you, and your
Just
mother and your
because
father
you
and your
want
children.
kids to have a
Instead of
good life.
telling you like I'm doing now. What I'm doing now is, why are you guys even have the gut to bring this back to the parliament for this to be a debate? To marry 13-year-old. They say 13-year-old should get married, and that girls should also be FGM. That's what they're bringing back to the parliament for people to debate about that. And the Gambians are watching. I was underage arranged marriage to a man as old as the Imam, not this man. He doesn't have gray hair. Man as old as the Imam, gray hair, face wrinkled and old face. Before I was 10, guys. Okay? And now these people are bringing back to the palace for people to get married to 13-year-olds. and Gambians are watching.
Because
And
it's a
me
religion.
that is talking, they said me I'm rude. And that me I talk a lot. And that me I should go and get married. And that I'm traumatized, I'm mad. But they're promoting the trauma though.
Yeah.
The trauma, which is the underage marriage and the severe child beating and the essay in general, either you marry your victim or not. And the fact that the child cannot even have a basic education to be able to write their name, they're still creating all of that. In Gambia right now, a lot of children did not go to school and are not going to school. A lot of children are still going through essay, Gambia or not, just cross the wall, but especially Africa. A lot of children are still going through underage marriage or essay in general.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
all of these things that they're going to use and insult you. For example, some of them, when they're making video for me, they'll be like, your vagina is expired because you're married so young. They'll be telling
And
me that
they're
in
the
the
ones
video,
that
when
are
they make a video for
promoting
me
it.
for talking like this. Some of them will make a video, put my picture like this, and telling me your vagina is expired because you're married young. So, and you've been married so many times. You have an expired vagina. And that Imam, he divorced like 9 or 10 wives, the one that his picture was here. And right now he have 5 or 4, 5 or 6 or more than 5 wives right now. That particular Imam. He have insane amount of children and grandchildren all over the world, especially abroad here. And people abroad, I don't think they will marry of their children 13, or they will FGM them, or at least they will hide it and be hoping that the government will not know.
But the government
But
will
most
know.
likely they won't do it. Because if he saw his children are in America and they have children there, his grandchildren are in America, I don't think they will get married at 13 or people FGMing them in America.
No.
Do they have sex ed there?
Huh?
Sex education?
In
Because
Gambia.
you know, like what
Not
you were
very
just
much, no.
saying, I'm saying about STDs.
Not
What
very
about
much.
sexual
Not very
transmitted
much. Not like this to talk
diseases?
about, no.
No, I know you don't talk about it. It's taboo. However,
Whenever you talk about it, even here, when you talk about things like that here, people don't watch. Gambian women themselves, they're too traumatized and wicked to themselves. When you talk about anything that benefit them, they have a headache, they run. 90% of them. They go and look for a video that is about insulting the person mother. Because they're always doing videos, especially men, insulting women like me who are activists for children right, for example, and the excuse will be, why are you putting the picture of our Imam? Why are you putting the picture of our elders? Your mother's V, I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna put my hand in your mother's V. You bastard, you bitch. You're married so many times. You're mad, you're depressed, you ngeh. And the women are gonna be there watching and liking and sharing. I'm telling you this. And you put a video down, you talk about STD, healthy eating. Like, I like to talk about healthy eating, like moringa, hibiscus, so many stuff that I eat myself, and I sell them even. But I don't talk about it for you to buy them from me. I normally tell you, you can buy it anywhere you want. It's good for you. You know, like, I like to talk about health, so you can have a natural, beautiful skin, healthy body, you know, energy, you know, as you can see the way I am. I promote that a lot of them don't watch it. They hate my gut because I talk about skin bleaching for us to not do it. And most of them, that's the reason that they hate me. 90% of Gambia and Senegal women bleach their skin because of the self-hate, because of the men don't know how to love you naturally.
It's true.
You have to be
That's
light
true.
skin, big bum, big boob, small waist, and you have to be young.
And then they ask, why don't the women
and they're getting older,
love
but you've got to
themselves?
be young.
Insane.
Crazy.
So
The
the
reason
women
why
cannot
is this.
learn how to love themselves and be normal human being that is functioning, focusing on food that is healthy, focusing on healthy topic to benefit women and children. So the women and children can grow up successful, doesn't matter boy or girl or girls. So we can have a successful nation and successful government. This government is never going to be successful because we raise them in a corrupt, traumatized way that you're going to beat them, essay them, give their mothers bad marriage, and they're watching, which means it's okay to do whatever you want to people. It's okay to neglect them and just do what you want and don't give them what they deserve, which is
And
the
give them bad
love.
teaching.
And yes, so they because they do that, and the children are going to grow up and give you back that. So Africa will never develop until they
That's
stop what
true.
they're doing here.
That's true. And
So,
stop blaming
and they
the
don't want to
Western
stop that.
world.
They hate hearing that, by the way. So
And stop blaming the Western world, because what I know here is what I would want to take back home to help my own community. But I'm not going to enforce a lot of things, but enforce the things that are good, that I would deem that would, like sex education that is so not big. Talk about that, because they don't have that, because parents don't get to talk to their kids. I'm pretty sure some parents do, but when it comes to talking about sex, it's a taboo thing in families. You can't talk about it. It's like, oh, you're too young. But if they start having sexual feelings at a certain age, you get beat. I got beat for just, reporting what I've been through. So I never talked about sex. But did I do other things? No, I didn't do anything, because all the trauma I had from just going through things with men. But it didn't stop me from, meeting men, because I grew up in a community where, my aunties, they had restaurants, and when you grow up as a market child, there's men that are always going to be looking at you, always having
Yeah,
something
they
to
like
say
young
about
people.
you.
But
So
just
this
like
is,
I was saying, I had to go. That's why I got ladies. I swear to God.
All
that's all
right,
right.
then.
That's
It's
all right.
great.
All right,
It's good.
Amy.
Very
Thank
good.
you, Amy. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just that
Bye,
this person
Sophie.
coming, but sorry, I have to go, D Brown. We come late. I've been here all day.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
do
so
your thing.
Mm.
Have relax. It's Mother's Day
I'm
as
tired.
well.
I'm not used to just sitting one place like this for so long. When
I
I
know
do videos,
TikTok.
it's the
It
longest
can
I
be
normally
long.
take 3 or 4 hours, but I hardly do
this
5
was a
hours
long
video, and
one,
today is
wasn't it? It's
definitely
a
more than that.
marathon today.
Today was
It's
entertaining.
after 6 now. All right then, guys. You
All
take
Mm.
right. Take care, ladies. I'm gonna
Thank you
go
so much.
figure my
Thank
life out.
you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
See you guys again. Thank you, says Sister Sophia. Thank you, everyone that was here. Okay, guys, I have to go now. So, guys, another video, inshallah. I'm going to go. Tomorrow, I'm supposed to be busy. So, in the afternoon, especially. But I don't know if I will post a video in the morning. I don't think I will make I might do like a get ready with me video. Sometime when I'm getting ready, I can make a little live for like 1 hour or something just to get ready. Little makeup or like a small video that I record for get ready. I might do that, but tomorrow I have to go. I have an appointment in town in the afternoon, but I don't know. I might do another live again in the late afternoon or evening. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, thank you so much for all of you that was here. Keep spreading the awareness of underage arranged marriage, SA in general, marriage or not. Keep spreading the awareness of people to avoid addiction, all this addiction that is on fashion now. If you've not tried any, good luck. Keep going. If you already are on one, do your best to break out of it. Eat healthy, drink water, always go with the truth. Any situation you are, everywhere you are, at work, family member, WhatsApp, internet, anywhere, when you see any conversation that this is not the truth, this is not good, always go with the truth. Don't go on the side of something that is not the truth, especially when it comes to women and children, or something that is going to cause genuine pain and trauma to the person, whoever they are, whatever age they are. Don't side with the wrong. I don't care you're going to get money from it or not. You're going to have karma. Life can teach you lesson that you don't want to know. I work in nursing homes before. I know what lesson life can teach you. How your life can switch like this from nowhere, and you have to need people to give you water and food and clean you. These people that you're using power to punish them, using power to make sure they suffer, you torture them. Life can turn like this anytime, and you're going to need the same humans to clean you and feed you and help you. So always feel sorry for the humans, especially the hopeless ones, like old people and young people. Always be their voice. Always protect them. Always tell the truth like you wish to be protected before, and how you wish your own parents, your own family members be protected. How you wish, God forbid, if you have children and you're no more alive, how you wish those children to be protected. Always tell the truth. Always do the genuine stuff. Always love yourself, protect yourself, but always be positive no matter what, yeah? And just know that life is just the way it is, but be positive. Don't live in fear and be like, I'm going crazy. Keep going. I wish you all the best, and see you again another video. Okay, thank you. Bye.